We're gonna do it. Tyreek, get on the show, buddy. You're in. Get in because we're about to take you to a ride. For the biggest, when I look back at Tim for Tim Pool. The Muddy GP.
And work with him.
And it's not everyone, but it's too often a mistake in your life. The problem matter is, I gotta do something real quick. Because we're gonna take a picture and I'm just gonna do it. We're gonna take a picture. Want to do a back-to-back stream from because I should. All right, let me. I am camera. There you go. Sorry for the nudes. Sorry for the nudies. But yeah, we're gonna have a chat. And I'm gonna keep it a $1.50 with a lot of you from YouTube, Facebook. I told people on Facebook, it's gonna be if you haven't been, if you're on D Live, it's Sleepyhead 07, SLEE, well, you know, Sleepyhead 07. If you're on Twitch, it's TJ the Don 07. If you're on YouTube, it's my namesake Thomas Sylvie. And if you're on Facebook, you know where it is. It's my name as well. Good news. Comments are open. But first things first, we're gonna have a chat and we're gonna be truthful. We're gonna be real. We're gonna be real, and to be honest, it's time. It's time I say this. And a lot of it goes back to the past 2 years of COVID-19. Not COVID-19. C-19 or COVID-19. I don't care. We're gonna keep it above 50. Do I agree with all the vaccines and stuff? Not really, but at the end it is what it is. But a lot of this stuff should be voluntary? Yes, it should be. It should be. It should be. Should be voluntary because of a good reason, but the problem matter is they didn't want to listen, didn't want to do the work, or didn't want to listen, and guess what? Y'all paying for it. Am I mad about it? No. Am I sad about it? No. Do I care? No. Hey, Amber. And then I talk to friends here. And I do have curious minds, but hey, I talk to people. But to be honest, we're in a place in the state of Louisiana that we're gonna have to tell the truth. And I understand looking for, oh shit, we can just do it. When I look back on C-19 and I looking back on the MGTOW movement, looking back on Save Yourself Black Men movement, and on and on and on. Before that, I was a student in high school. I was looking for love. I was trying to find something, anything to be, hey, I'm in a relationship and it's awesome. But at the end, does it matter? Yeah. Because you're going to have a family. But to me, we're in a place where it's just not fun to be in a relationship because it's all a mess. We're all in a mess, folks. We're not going to have a good time. We're going to have a bad time, but that's the point. That's the point I love to do. None of it is fun, but we have to. Problem matter is, I can't get the camera to show for my face. Good grief. But But yeah, I'm a version for almost from 2004 to today. I mean, you know what? Let's let's do something today on Google that I usually do, but I don't want to tell because it's boring. How many years is 2004 to 2023? And that is it. This is it. And I didn't realize I have been a virgin since. And you know what? This makes it even worse. This makes it even worse. I gotta go this. I can even go deeper. Oh, this is funny. This is 19, but yeah. I've been there for 20 years. I've been, I've been in, I've been there since for 20 years. 20 years of my life, I'm a virgin. Never had sex. Even if people think I do, I haven't. I never had. That's the point. It's at the time in those times in 2003, because of the times at that time of absence education and all that stuff and all the stuff that has happened at that time. Guess what we had to guess what it's done. Yeah, it's happened in schools, and then it was clubs on that, and then clubs that do states, and there are states that do it for club or also for different entities. Yeah, that's, and it's done in schools because that's at the time. Hey, the states are dealing with teen pregnancy and STDs and blah 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 blah, and that's, and at the end, yeah, that's the truth. The truth is simple. I dated Samantha for a week. Samantha, you're my friend, and I love you. You're an awesome girl, and I'm happy for you. I'm always happy for you. And I'm doing this because there are times I regret it, but do I regret it now? That it's still going on right now, and you're still dealing with relationships that are just not good? I don't. I don't I'm dealing with reality sometimes, and it happens. Is it fun? No, it's not. It's a pain. There's no joy. I gotta check something real quick. Is it a joy? No, it's not. It is a pain. But at the end, it's good because I'm actually fun? No, living my purpose. That is the biggest purpose. I am doing my purpose, and I'm happy that I have to do a purpose because I have a purpose to live. My only purpose is to speak out on things I see in my life. Great. I'll just leave it there. I don't even care. My purpose is to take care of my family. But my purpose is to care for my mom who we're in the twilight of her years. She's in the bed sleep. That's the only time I'm going to do this stream sometimes. Is gonna do it here. So we have to do it. So it's the timing is timing. So that's a goal. I think I don't want to do this at night because she's the one's gonna be calling me for help. That's what I gotta do. But also, I think it's the only time I can do it is most likely timing of during the Price is Right, and then during the time I had to eat breakfast. But 9 o'clock to like 11. So it's going to be a morning stream, and it's going to be a regular morning stream. And guess what? That's when a lot of people go to work. I don't disturb people when there's work. I'm happy about that. But it works because I want to make people happy. Because I don't want them to be disturbed when they work. I love it. I love it, folks. Anybody that is in the view, thank you. Welcome to the show. I'm doing what I'm doing. But the truth is simple. We're having issues on either side of the aisle, and I think we're in a place where people are realizing, do we really need the two main parties? No, we don't need them. They're corrupt. And not just, and that it's been corrupt even during the time of Nixon, even during the time of after the Great Depression. It's corruption. There's corruption there too. We're dealing with the same parties in Louisiana that are corrupt. Not just in the Democratic Party at that time, but also some cases in the Republican Party as well. Ask Bobby Jindal and AT&T. Type Bobby Jindal and AT&T Google. Bobby Jindal, AT&T, and the FCC. First thing you'll see is the story of when Bobby Jindal was asked by AT&T not to take the grant from the FCC, and guess who's got the full grant for internet services there? It's Virginia. Sorry, truth hurts, but guess what? We shouldn't have to wait for 5G to do it, but guess what? We're here because we're here because 5G is what it is. The same people screaming 5G isn't good, 5G, we need fiber. Guess what? The same people aren't going to do it because they're not going to have the money. They don't have money because the money isn't there. And yet we're going to take a government to do it. Well, good. Guess what I'm going to say? But guess what I'm going to say? Shouldn't take government to do it. Because guess what? Guess what folks in fiber internet chose? Nothing. They chose to literally do nothing and get paid off the bills. That's it. The bills you're making, yeah, that is all you're going to pay. That is all you got. Every time you're paying a bill for fiber, it is going straight to the storehouse, to the money, going straight to their bottom line. In some cases, going straight to bottom line every time you buy online on the internet and pay the bills and all that stuff. But at the end, it doesn't work anymore. I am a gamer. Been a gamer a long time. I knew what was going to happen when it was Xbox Live. It's going to go for PlayStation Network, and it's going to go straight to Nintendo, and it happens. It is what it is. Am I joking? No, I'm not. It's real. I'll just turn off my camera because it's not working. And I'm telling you the truth. Truth will hurt, but I'm going to tell you the truth. When I look, the truth is simple. Both parties have used you and abused you for years, and they're not doing anything for you. It's a show. You are on a show. You are an actor of your own show with a script, not a script, with no script, and you have nowhere else to go. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna fight, and people are gonna see you as a girl with a mean streak or a guy with nothing to lose, and that's all you're gonna sell. The only place you're gonna go is YouTube, Facebook, and everywhere, and Telegram and all that shit. That doesn't help. We're in a place in that time when the same people are not gonna tell you. I'm telling you now. You are using an app of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of them right now, and you're not getting paid to do a thing. You're not getting paid a dime unless you are having ads given to you, and they're saying, you're getting Facebook ads given paid, and they're getting paid from you. So after that, you're making money. But there are very few that do that. Guess what I'm going to tell you now? Very few do that. Especially on Facebook. I know one of them right now. Fancy Rachel girl, get that money, get that bread. It may not last forever, but get that bread. Just get it. So I'm going to tell y'all the truth right now. OnlyFans are going to go out of business. No, not all business. OnlyFans is not going to last. Done. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say on OnlyFans. It's not going to last. The next day, the only phase left is going to be with, and that's the thing, it's overcrowded. All of it. It's overcrowded. There are going to be new girls coming in that are way sexier and hotter than you, and it's going to be way overcrowded. I am not bullshitting. It's overcrowded. It is not, and the money is not going to be there forever. It's happened. I'm saying this right now. It is not going to last, folks. No bullshit. It's not going to last. And nobody's realizing, and no one's realizing, Web3 is the next gateway. Web3 is going to be in the... Web3 is the next gateway. I am not going to lie to you. I am going to give you the truth. And I have to give you the truth. I'm not the one to lie, and I'm not the one to bull. I'm not the one to say bull. I'm getting you the truth. Facebook is not going to last either, because guess what they're going to deal with? They want to do the metaverse, and guess what? They're going to lose all that money from ads from 2020, even for years. It's going to go down. It's going to tank. I'm sorry, hon. Truth hurts, but it is what it is. It is billions of people on Facebook, and it's not going to work. It's not going to last. It's going to be gone. They're going to be out of business. Twitter, Elon Musk, everybody's hoping to go back to the days of 2020, 2010, when it's Twitter, and it's all fun and dandy. Nope. It's not going to last either. Elon's going to bury that place. And the same people who are 18 and over adult entertainer stars, guess what people are going to say? They're all going to say, I'm on OnlyFans. Guess what? That's not going to last forever. And Twitter's not going to last forever. Instagram's going to be burnt. Instagram's going to be burnt by Meta. Because guess who is in the same realm? Guess who's here? Guess who owns Instagram? Facebook themselves. Meta themselves. And guess what? It's going to carry Facebook and Instagram with them. Young people who are on Instagram, it's not going to last forever. We're in a place, I'm going to let you know. It's coming. It's coming a time where Instagram is not going to last. It's going to be gone. You're going to have to prep like I'm doing now with TikTok. I haven't done content on there in a while for a good reason. TikTok is going to go. I'm sorry. It is what it is. We're going to give you alternatives right now. And if you don't want them, guess what? Be left behind. It is what it is. And Web3 is what it is. And I got to give you that truth. So, here's one. Right now, if you're not on SoMe.social and Hive.blog right now, you are gonna be out. Hold on.
Hello?
Hey, what up?
Hey, do me a favor. Run outside right quick and tell me what color that screen door is.
Alright. Where at?
Run out front. You know where the mattress was?
Alright, yeah, let me put it on real quick.
Okay, lay it off the side.
I'm on stream, but I'm gonna put on shoes. Hold on a minute.
Okay.
I'm on stream, but I'll get to it. Alright, I gotta look for a screen for the door for the house, because I don't usually deal with this shit, but I do it. Because, hey, the true ones are the true ones. And guess what? If you're not on SoMe.social, you're not there. You're just not there yet. And you have to be there. You have to be there. It's what it is. You have to be there right now. You can do YouTube-like content, TikTok-like content, and you can earn crypto with it. You can earn money. And I'm outside because I gotta do something real quick. Alright, I'll let her. I will interrupt this program. We're gonna do it on a phone call.
Hello?
Hey, Silver.
Hey, it's Silver?
Yes.
Alright, bye.
Good. Back on stream. We're back on point. We're back on purpose. And that's what I tell people. I'm the son of my mom, and I'm the birth mother, and I'm the grandson and son of Surge, because it's awesome. But that's the thing. If you are lonely when you're alone, you're in bad company. And that's the thing. This is a good one. And that's the thing. If I'm lonely, if I'm alone, you're in bad company. That's the thing. We are in a place right now where it is absolutely easy to not do this shit right now. When you're seeing news almost every other week on YouTube of the fact that you have females, and I'm telling you, false allegations of guys, getting them in trouble. They're having even football players you're gonna have a false allegation, and guess what's gonna happen? Boom, baby, boom, we're in trouble. Stand and lie for the world to see, and at the end, guess what? Had to be free, but you have no football career. That's over. That's gone. And it's the same way in soccer. Mason found not guilty in a court of law with no evidence. And I'm going to keep it real with you. His career is also done. His career for Manchester United is done. It's over for Manchester United. United has to transfer him immediately. I believe this summer. This summer is the transfer year for him. If that doesn't work, it's the winter transfer of the new soccer season in Europe. He has to go somewhere. But I don't know if there's anywhere else to go. And if there's nothing anywhere else to go, his career is over. All due to a false allegation. That sucks. And what we're seeing today is the real truth. You're seeing, there are times I watch Dawson Speaks. And, whew, it's real. Dawson Speaks CD, shout out to him. He's covering stuff that, whew. And that's the thing. And that is the thing of it. You have 2 months ago. 6 months ago. But a lot of it. But I'm doing this right now. I gotta react to that one. That is the thing. My goodness.
What up, y'all? It's your guy Dawson from D&D TV. Thank you for rating, commenting, and subscribing. Everybody who's donated, those of you all who will, all that information is in the description box below. Also, go over to my other YouTube channel, Dawson Speaks TV. Make sure you subscribe over there and hit the bell so you get notifications when I drop a new video. Now let's get into this topic. Now this video is for educational purposes, so as I approach this topic with respect, I need you all to please be respectful in my comment section. Thanks. All right, now this story comes out of Texas, Houston, Texas. Jade Turner was a gifted woman, an entrepreneur who loved her family and friends. Jade's stepmother described her as having a good spirit, saying Jade was a really good person who loved to laugh and she liked to sing. Jade was a health enthusiast who shared many of her tips of healthy eating on her Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube platforms. Jade was invested in the health of her family, friends, and community, which is why she started her own juicing company called Just Taste It. Now, besides having her own business, Jade Turner also worked at the local hospital reading EKGs for patients. Between having her own business and working at the local hospital, Jade's life was full, and she was looking forward to a bright future. However, on December 15, 2022, her dreams were cut short while she slept. Jade's ex-boyfriend, Milton Wayne Cole, 40 years old, drove to the apartment where she was staying with her uncle. Milton Wayne Cole lured Jade's uncle outside with a text message asking him to meet him at the front gate of the apartment complex. When Milton Wayne Cole saw Jade's uncle walking toward the gate, he got out of his car and then snuck inside the apartment. Milton Wayne Cole shot Jade while she was sleeping, and then he took his own self out. Family and friends were devastated by the news. Jade had recently separated from Milton Wayne Cole because she needed space. One of the family members stated, "You can't make someone be with you if they want to move on. Just try and go and get some counseling." Now I'm going to let you all watch this video, and I'll be back with the rest of my commentary, and you all...
And we already know.
Yeah, the family also shared Jade worked at Methodist and she had just opened up a juicing business.
All right, y'all, let's go in. Now, first of all, I want to send my condolences out to both families.
I gotta do it.
You all, this is a tragic situation. Please keep both of these families in your prayers. Now, when the news of Jade's death got around town, some people took to social media to share their thoughts. Tiffany wrote, "I can't stand how these men are deleting women just because they don't want to be with them anymore. Rest up, boo. This was a senseless and coward act of violence. Prayers to the family and friends of Jade." Jade's best friend, Erica, wrote, "My forever sister, my best friend since junior high. I just can't process this. I'm broken. Always and forever in my heart, Jade Turner." Karen wrote, "Man, it's crazy that this happened. I grew up with him. That was an amazing kid and young man. I can't wrap my head around this. Both families are broken." And Erica posted, "These men are not wasting time deleting you. People move on. You can't make someone want you. Take a breath." People move on. You can't make someone want you. Now, Erica said it, and we all need to get it. People, you can't make someone want you. And that goes for friendships too. You can't make people want to be around you or want to be friends with you. We all have choices. There are so many stories like this one. A successful woman, full of life, full of energy, out there doing her thing, not needing anyone. And then she gets with the man. And then that man, for whatever reason, has some type of issues. And when she needs space, because sometimes people drain you, all right? People drain you. You're just like, man, just get away. And Jade had a right to say, "I need space." And because of whatever unresolved issues he was dealing with, he took that out on her, and then he took himself out. This is why I say that you have to do the work before you get into a relationship. You got to work on yourself, your self-esteem, self-worth, self-value. You got to know who you are and whose you are and what you're called in this earth to do. So if you get into a relationship and things don't work out, and she decides to leave or he decides to leave, it's okay. The relationship is over, but life still goes on. Because people, although they're good to be with and be in relationships with, people are not your destiny. Take a breath.
And that's the part when I realized, it's like, I am single. And do I hate it sometimes? Yes, I do. I don't like it. It sucks. It is. It's not always good. It's not always fun. It sucks. It does. Especially if you're a person in the spectrum. It is hard. But you have to, but you're going to figure it out. I'm figuring it out somehow. The part that makes me realize this is I'm going to keep it above 50. I think being a diabetic is a blessing in disguise in some way. Because now I got to work out. I have to move. I have to talk, but I'm talking to people. But guess what? Laziness doesn't work. But it's also, you need a medication that is actually good. That actually works. That doesn't cause what you're going to cause later on. And that's the thing I love about cannabis. at this time of place. But we're not talking about that yet. Dating, I mean, we're in a place when you're having we have people like Tim Pool was saying, hey, the feminism stuff is tearing men apart. Guess what? The reason it's tearing men apart, it's not feminism. It's not all that. It's guys actually having to realize it's okay to be single. It's okay because it's actually okay to do what you got to do. You're saving money. You're saving peace. You're saving yourself for the right person that will love you for you. That's the thing. I have 3 people tell me in different times in life, even in a different time yesterday, it is okay. And I'm realized I'm on a pirate ship and I'm fighting for the gold. I'm fighting for the biggest gold piece you'll ever have. And when I take it home, I'm going to make money. And that's the thing. I am a content creator. Do I like to do content creator on YouTube right now? No. No. The adpocalypse is proof for it. The adpocalypse is proof for it, ladies and gentlemen. You will be demonetized. Me, I got to do 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subs. And guess what? I'm not doing it. I'm not the one to try. I'm not the one to try because guess what? I'm going to tell Verlesify this right now. Pokemon will last a while, but YouTube may not. That's the truth. YouTube may not. Web3 is growing every week, even with crypto. Even with crypto and the problematic shit that is on cryptocurrency. The people don't see stuff like SoMe.social. The fact that you could literally earn money on crypto. You can literally earn money. You can literally earn not just crypto, but money in general. Just literally just pass it straight from Hive through a wrap cryptocurrency and go have it push it straight 100% straight to the line. 100% straight. I'm telling you this, 100% straight through Coinbase or other entities, and then put it in your crypto debit card, crypto.com or whatever, debit card or whatever, and it's on straight to your pocket, and literally just say, I'm earning money, I'm living life. And that's the thing. That is the thing I'm looking back for me. I'm looking for like dating. It's like, it's not fun, but at the end, it's like, I'm happy that I'm there because it's okay. And to me, it is. It is okay. It is okay. And here's the thing. Does it suck for me to be okay? If it doesn't suck to say I'm okay with it sometimes? Yes. Because I have a lot of friends who have a family. You have a family, have husbands, girls that have husbands, guys that have wives. Guys that have wives and everybody. And at the end, it worked out. I'm still waiting. I'm still having to care for my mom. I'm dealing with the fact there's some stuff that, as of right now, I'm not ready for. Still to this day, not ready for. May never be ready for. Maybe until 40s and 50s. And it was one of my elders told me, he, at one point, was Elder Jefferson right now. Elder Thomas Jefferson. Shout out to him. He had to drive a car. You know what? I got a comment. Thank you very much. Nope, Nope, I'm not doing it. Not even trying. Not even trying, folks. I'm not doing chatbots today. But that's the thing. The biggest thing that's feeling is like, yeah, he didn't get to learn how to drive when he was 30 or 40 years old. I may have to do that. I may have to do that because it's fun. It's fun. I may have to wait at that time. Sorry for the nudes. I have to. But I may have to try to do that. Because guess what? It's okay. Dating isn't fun. It's a pain in the butt, and I have to. It's a pain in the ass to be single. But at the end, there's a reward at the end. If you're okay with it, somebody else will love you for who you are. Somebody else in this life will love you for you. Some cases, to be me. That's the joy that I wanted. And to me, when I look back at it, sometimes being a virgin is okay. Because you're seeing the bullshit. But at the end, sometimes, but in another case, as a libertarian Jesus, I understand him, buddy. I understand you, buddy. I can understand the plight. Because I'm there in the plight too, brother. I'm there. I'm there in this plight. I've been a virgin since 2003. I'm still waiting. I have to live. I waited and waited and waited and waited. But not like say, hey, I'm moving on because I'm dealing with it. No. I live in a town where I live in a town and dealing with a high school for 4 straight years, not finding the right person because everybody is taken, or every girl is taken. And even if there's another girl, it may not be the right one or whatever. I don't know. Not everybody is perfect for you. Not everybody is the right person for you. And I may be wrong and I may be dumb, but hey, kidneys. How much of a kidneys you got? How much kidneys use you got? How much of an A1C? What's your A1C level? What is your kidney level? What is your liver level? What is your cholesterol? And I think the cases right now likely will be thyroid, because I haven't got my thyroid. I'm gonna do Facebook stories. I may do a Facebook story about it and find out what's up and tell y'all what's up with me when it comes to these results. Because now I'm being transparent, because I have to. Because guess what? I'm gonna say this straight up. Go ask a lot of the older rappers from back in the 90s that were diabetic, that left this earth in the past 2 or 3 years. Diabetes is dangerous. Do I need to lose weight? No, but my mom is worried right now. I have to gain weight. I have to get meatable. I have to get my meat on the bones. I understand, but too much meat on the bones is dangerous, but too less of the meat is dangerous too, to do it. My brother would say, yeah, I gotta gain 20 pounds. Fine. I want to gain 20 pounds and nothing less. And I want to gain 20 pounds and nothing more. That's it. If I raise more of that, it's dangerous. Weight I was when I was diagnosed, that's not good. That is dangerous. But my doctor said it best. Like, yeah, don't starve yourself to death. And I don't want to starve myself to death. Some cases I want to, because I don't want to gain too much weight. That's dangerous shit for me. That's danger levels for me. But maybe I could break the fear and say, hey, I'll gain another 20 pounds. I need another 30, or another 20, maybe another 10, maybe another 10 more. But when I look back at what I'm dealing with, I'm looking at my dad in the grave and realize this is what happens when the same people think, oh, I did all I could, but no one realizes at that point you didn't do all you could, because he had to do it by himself. We're in a place right now when it comes to innovations in diabetes care, innovations in CBD, even innovations on cannabis and CBD, even hemp. and they're posting literal studies every week about this, and nobody's realizing, wait a minute, I mean, look at, I haven't even done I still have an article somewhere in Brazil that talks about CBD helping autistic people in Brazil, helping them, having to even having to say, there's preliminary results that say it is helping people in the autism spectrum, and guess what? It's working at that point. Yes, we need to do more stuff, and they say it best that we need to do more studies for that to make sure, but preliminary cases right now, it's helping them. Same way with diabetes, with CBD, when it's taking pay, it's helping with insulin resistance and the diabetic neuropathy. And it's also with pain, and also with that. There are times, it's the same way with all of these extracts, the same way with apple cider vinegar, even in the short term of cases. But that's the thing. We're looking for long-term stuff that we're waiting for a cure. And that's why there are times I usually say, or there are times I say, one day we'll all get the Maillot Jaune. And that's a Tour de France reference. One day we'll all get the yellow jersey. Everybody would. Not just a few, not just the cyclists, not just Lance Armstrong, not just Bradley Wiggins, not just Chris Froome, not just Tadej Pogacar, not just everybody that is that was literally on literal steroids or literal performance enhancing drugs like Bjarne Riis, or even in the case of Miguel Indurain, if he was on performance enhancing drugs, if that was happening, it may happen, but let's say that. Same people, even in a case of amphetamines, like in a case of amphetamines, according to Wikipedia, but I cannot confirm or verify, of Eddie Merckx being on amphetamines, and basically didn't disqualify him, but let him got away with it because he got amphetamines in his system. But one day we'll all get the yellow jersey, because everybody will have a shot of life. Everybody will say, hey, one day there will be a cure. I say this for those that are saying the same thing that are in various forms of cancer. One day we'll all get a cure. Guess what? I say the same as a diabetic, whether type 1 or type 2. One day we'll all get a cure. Whether in the life, whether in Valhalla, in the life in the grave, or in the life to come, or even right now, one day, or right now or in the nearest futures, one day, whether it will be cannabis, whether it be CBD, whether it be where we have adult stem cells or stem cell research to be in to say, hey, we can help people. And the problem matter is, a lot of, especially the stem cell research right now, it takes money to do. In some cases, it is so expensive because our governments find a way to restrict all of it. Because there are going to be differences between embryonic stem cells and adult stem cells. And there are times before that, and at that time, we're fighting that issue. But that's the thing I want to see. That's what we're looking for in Louisiana right now. We're looking for politicians that are going to realize, shut up and do something. Listen to us. Shut up and do something. It doesn't matter if it's embryonic or cannabis or whatever. Get out of the way. Get it done, and also get out the way. And that's the thing I want Louisiana to see. I want to see in a state of Louisiana that I love, to see Politicians, get the bleep out the way. The powers that be, get out the way. The literal, simple idea of the good old boys network, just get a grip and go to sleep. And it shouldn't be who you know and what you know anymore. It should be what do you have that is going to bring people to, that is going to bring other people to you and our company and our life. That is what we should see. I'm seeing, when you're looking at people from California and New York moving out to go to Texas and Florida respectively, and they're gonna say, oh, it's okay, but none of them realize one bit that the two major parties are doing nothing for you. And I'm not saying this on politicians, but I'm going to give you the truth. The truth is simple. They have done nothing for you. We let them off the hook for years. Not just in the 70s and 80s, but also in the 90s and 2000s. We let them off the hook for years with nothing left. Nothing else left. Oh my goodness, it's bad. There is no joy in this. None. No joy in this shit, because this is what look at what we're seeing right now in the state of Louisiana. We're having crime up the roof in most parts of the state. You're having kids in school. Some of them are happy being there and they're learning and they're going there, but not everybody is happy. Not everybody is in a place where they say, I'm having a good time in school. I'm having the time of my life. They're not having a good time. You have people under pressure to literally pass not just classes, to literally graduate, but graduate from high school and also to graduate from college. In some cases, literally just move on from 8th grade itself so they can get here in the first place. That's not fun. That sucks. And I'm not friends with the late Heaven Warner. But rest in peace still. Rest in peace still. We're putting kids under pressure when they shouldn't be. We want kids to have the time of their life of childhood. We're letting government we're having to put government in to put them under pressure when they can't. When they said, I can't do this and I can't do this anymore. And you're going to see kids killing themselves. Did it happen in C-19 after in those 2 years afterwards? In that? Yes. But also before that too. It's just, I say this like I was saying for myself. People hate school. I do too. I didn't like school. Some cases, to this day, I don't like it. I just want to be home. I just don't want to deal. The only thing I like about going to school is being with friends. Nothing else. It's not fun. It is horrifyingly stupid. It means nothing to me. I learned stuff even from all through the grades and everything. But kids are thinking and realizing, I'm not learning shit. I'm not learning anything that is going to help me live my life. A lot of them will go to college and everyone's like, oh, you just go for trucking. No. No, because guess what? On truckers almost every other week. Not every other week, but whenever state governments and also federal governments do what they do. It's not simple. It's a pain in the ass. And a lot of it has to do with math. But the problem matter is, when I look back at Miss Collins and he told me about what is needed to do, and I'm looking at now and it's like, who cares? Who gives a fuck at this point? I'm not learning anything. Even with financial math, I'm not learning anything because guess what? I literally find out the the balance, the balance now and what I need to do to pick it up, what I need the numbers to pick it up. I'm not learning the fact that I can do content on YouTube and make money and have financial freedom for the rest of my day sometimes and figure out how I can make money and how can I live. It's the same way in relationships. It's math because guess what? Now you're dealing with paying court costs if you're doing something wrong as a guy. And as an autistic guy in the autism spectrum, and is there joy in dealing with that? No. I had an article a year or two ago. As an autistic student, that guy's being punted off for giving a 5 to a girl, giving a high five that I do every day. I had a cousin tell me don't do it. I just keep doing it anyway. But at the end, guess what? That's what you see. I saw it and it's like, yep. Thank you, cuz Joshua Usaduku. Shout out to you, bud. Thanks for warning me. And I'm sorry that I didn't heed the warning, but yeah. The Me Too era showed me everything. The MGTOW movement shows everything. But it's also the same issue now. We're dealing with in our generation as African Americans. We're dealing with the fact that hey, we're eating ourselves. We're tearing ourselves apart. Oh, people saying, hey, if a woman says, I am the prize. No, no. The man is surprised because he is the leader. He is the one that is leading the family. You are vice leader. And if you have a child, the child is basically the worker. You are the worker as a child, and as a child, you have to listen to the leader, the vice leader and the leader. Does it suck? Yes, it does. And you want to be old, but guess what? The Bible says it best: honor your father and mother, that you'll live long on in this earth. I don't know if I got the King James version quote wrong or not, or the verse and chapter not. I don't know. I may have got it. I may have not. I don't know. And I'm doing my best. But honor your father and mother, that the days will be long on this earth. And that's the thing. Am I going to live long on this earth honoring my father and mother? Some cases, for me, yeah. But if I do, but sadly, it doesn't matter if you live long on this earth or not. You're going to die. You're not going to live long. I'm turning 40. I have the same person of my best friend that I love. That is her mom. That has passed away. She's in her 40s when I was in school, and it broke her heart. And did it last long for my father? Yeah, but guess what? It didn't last long to 100 years or 200 years. That doesn't last. I want to live in a time where I want to live till 300. I don't care. I want to have kids of having grandkids of my having kids and grandkids and grandkids and grandkids. That's the dream. But it is a dream. Because and I think my mom will tell me at one point, yeah, if you're taking care of me, because there will be a reward. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I may if my mom were to leave this earth today, I may never get that reward. I may die not getting it. But my hope is there that hey, maybe I may get it. I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what's next. And nobody knows what tomorrow will bring. That's the power of life for me. I don't see trends yet. But the trend is simple. To me, we're in a point where it's the social media, current social media right now, and the stuff we're dealing with, not just outside of that, but also when we're seeing in real life. We're in a place right now that you're not going to have a good time. It sucks. You're having a dating app and don't even realize it isn't real. What you're seeing face to face is real. But the problem matter is it's not easy. You have to I'm staring myself. It's like I got to figure out how to break out of what I got to break out with and look at reality. And have the confidence to and define the confidence of myself and of my own will to say, hey. And it's mama. Good morning. Yeah. Left. Huh? Left. Get the screen. She left to get the screen door. And you know what's even real? It's like, yeah, I'm looking back at it. It's like it's not easy to literally break out of what you were to break out of. To say, hey, I'm going to find the right person for me. And that's the dream. I want to find the right person for me. And I'm like, yeah, I am in a rut. I've been in a rut for like 12, 15 years of social media that I've done. I've been Mama, I'm busy. What is it? Mama, she left to get the screen. Go to sleep.
Did she give you some food when she left?
I don't know. Go to sleep. I already ate breakfast. I'm just gonna get a TV dinner. Don't even worry about it. Please go to sleep. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm gonna eat because I have to. It's 3 o'clock. Jesus Christ. Lord. And that's why I love my mom, but that's why I love my don't like when she calls me up every time for something, and she doesn't realize that I am busy doing what I want to do right now, and I'm going to stream because it's going to not just help me, but to help you. And at the end, I don't even care. Because my mom is not gonna last forever. It is what it is. But back to what I'm saying. We're seeing right now in the future. It's like, yeah. And when I look back at, you know what? Look at this. Look at this guy. I'm happy to be in this place where I think it's Matt. Matt Be Great. Shout out to this young man. Shout out to this young man. 266,000 subscribers. And I'm going to tell you right now, he is, for me,
John making it too easy for the media to paint a picture of him.
Approved.
Just keep pooping on these fools, y'all. Leave all that other ish alone. And somebody replied, no one is painting a picture, LOL. Do want to be gangsters so bad. And that's what I'm saying. Nobody is painting this false narrative about John Morant. He is the one doing it.
Shout out to him. And that is when they were talking about John Morant. He is doing it. John Morant is doing it to himself. It isn't a fake anything. He is doing it to himself, and he is going to lose money and lose the hopes and dreams of all just because he wants to be in the streets. My mom said it best. You don't miss anything being there.
Oh man, at this point in time, you almost have to respect it. Have you guys ever seen where these rappers, these celebrities, or whoever, these people that attain a certain amount of money, and they say, oh, well, money, it doesn't change me. It's not going to change me. I've always thought it wasn't just a terrible take, but it was also an idiotic one. If you start to make a lot of money in this life, or you start to become really successful, it should change you. You know why it should change you?
Yep, and that's the thing. If I were to win, if my mom and I were to win a lottery, or my brother and I, all of us won the lottery, it would change. We have to change what we were to what we are now and what we are in that future. Because when it's millions of dollars, everybody that we may not know before will be there. Because they want our money. They want our fame. They want the clout. Right now I'm doing the streaming, but if I were to be making millions of dollars, guess what? I'm not giving them the clout. You're not getting shit from me.
Because of this one simple thing. You cannot take everybody to the top.
If I were to make millions of dollars, I'm getting out of Shady Grove. I'm going to be anonymous for the rest of my life. By the time I'm done, the last post will be love y'all, got paid, but guess what? You are not gonna. Every last one of you, I will never see every last one of you again. And here's the thing, you will never see me, you will never find me, you will never talk to me again. Because all you're gonna want is money. All you're gonna want is my money. All you want is my mom's money or my birth mom's money. All that is all you're gonna want. I want to be at peace. And at the end, hey, I'm getting out of Shady Grove. Most likely, I'm getting out of Natchitoches. Even crazier, most likely, I'm getting out of the country. Because that's the risk. And that's the thing. To find out, hey, they're gonna ask for money. When you're winning the biggest lottery aspect, everybody's gonna know. Can I borrow money? Can I borrow this? Can I borrow that? Yep.
Some of the success in life, which a lot of people don't get, you shouldn't be hanging out with the same losers you were hanging out with outside of high school. Let me ask you a question. It's a genuine one. Why do you think all these rich and famous people, they don't live in their hometowns anymore? Because they changed, and it's for the better. Don't let anybody try to convince you otherwise. Sharks swim with sharks, and fishes swim with fishes. And
I think I can understand. Robin Boudreaux, I love you, girl. Telling me the truth. Tell me the truth. I mean, there are times you got to go away. If you're finding something, you're making money. Guess what? You have to go. You have to leave. You have to leave your hometown and go to the next one, and go to a new place, a new realm. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I want to do. If I were to make money in this life, as a streamer or as a content creator, if I were to do it, and guess what? I'm gonna live a very natural life, because at the end, fishes swim with fishes and sharks swim with sharks. And guess what? That's understandable, bruh. You're right.
My advice to my kids in middle school, high school, or even people in their early 20s. Once you start to separate yourself from the crowd, you're going to come to find out, hey, I like hanging out with like-minded people who want to be successful. There's a reason you don't see poor people hanging out with rich people. There's a reason you don't see high achievers hanging out with losers. There's no correlation. Since we're talking about
Same way, and I'm going to keep it 100. There's a reason why you rarely see fans finding love with a Hollywood star or Hollywood person that is a young Hollywood star, and I'm in love with a person that is of a higher success, of a Hollywood superstar, whether actress or actor. It's a rarity, but in cases that is there, it can happen. It happens a lot. Not a lot, but it happens to the point we can say it can happen. But it's a rarity. It's Mewtwo. It's rarer than Mew. It's rarer than Celebi. It's rarer than Axios. Wait, wrong one. It's rarer than the rarest Pokemon in the world. Why? Because it doesn't always happen, but it can.
about basketball. Y'all know Kobe Bryant, right? Well, one of his famous quotes is, "I can't relate to lazy people." He said he doesn't want to. He says he doesn't understand them, and he doesn't want to understand them. I say that to say this, and I want to start on this.
And you know, even now, I don't relate to people in Hollywood ever. I don't care if you're on the left or the right. When it comes to Hollywood people, I don't relate to you. You're different than me. I am a commoner. You are the rich person. We don't relate. I'm sorry. Not everybody relates to people that way. I used to say, I love Britney Spears. She's hot. I wanted to be my girlfriend. I had a crush. Yeah, I had celebrity crushes too. Britney Spears was my celebrity crush as a 13-year-old, for goodness sakes. But when I look back then and now, I'm going to tell you right now, I can't relate. Because we're in a different realm. I relate to race car drivers who lived and died. Why? Because he lived for it. He lives for the speed. He lives for one day to take care of his wife and kids. I mean, and I also relate to soccer players in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, some cases the 2000s. Why? Because I'm gonna take care of my family. If I make it to the first team and I get my first contract, I'm gonna help my mom and I'm gonna help my dad. That's the thing. And if you're good and you're the best player in the world at that time, everybody watches you. Everybody knows who you are. I relate basically to Lionel Messi. I also relate to Cristiano Ronaldo. I also relate to Wayne Rooney. I also relate to Ronaldinho. I also relate to Thierry Henry and David Beckham. I relate to it. I relate to all of them. I relate to all that I just named. Because what made them what they are is we not know where to start. The first contract. The first shoe deal. You found a girlfriend that loves you for who you are. And then by the time you become the best of the best of the best, you got to go with different people, different mindset. And at the end, when I look at Lionel Messi, and he's like, and the fact that his hands was away from other women, and he's married with the person that she fell in love with since he was a kid, and I realized, hot damn it! God damn it, I want that. And I found out and I realized I relate to Messi because I found someone that loves me and that she would love me, but yes, it lasted longer. Yes, we're gonna be apart sometimes, but by the time, and we're gonna be apart some cases for a long time, but one day I will fulfill my destiny to be with you. And it worked out. And it worked out. He's married, has kids, has a family, best player in the world, winning World Cups. Good grief, I love it. Because guess what? I relate to him. Because I struggle. Some cases you have to struggle to get to the place that you're in. And that's what I like to. That's what I love about Messi. And that's what I love about other players that are struggling to get to the place that they're in. To make it there. He done everything he could, but never got the one. Dale Earnhardt. I relate to Dale Earnhardt. The late Dale Earnhardt Sr. I relate to him. Because he won everything in his life to get but that one. That one. Won everything he had to get at Daytona, Talladega, any track in the NASCAR circuit. But that one race. Daytona 500. Got it in 98. Not just did, and by the time they did donuts, guess what? And guess who copied him? And guess what? And by the time he did the donuts and when it was all said and done, everybody wanted to do it. And not just everybody wanted to do it. Alex Zanardi did it. Guess what? And now everybody in IndyCar did it. Everybody in NASCAR did it. And it spread at one point. It spread to Formula One, with Lewis Hamilton. If he's winning titles, if he's winning the title this year, he's gonna do a donut. If he's on the final race of the season, everybody's gonna burn off the donuts and do 360s because they love it. Because we're doing history making shit. But guess what? I relate to people who have to struggle to get to this line. There are times I relate to Leafy is here because he had to struggle to get to where he is. And even if he's banned now, I relate to him because guess what? It's awesome to him. Yes, he may be a douche. Huh? I'm busy. Sit down. No. I relate to Leafy is here because, brother, he had to struggle to get to this place. To get to that place he was in. To make it to the fact that, yeah, he is the popular face of YouTube in that time frame. Yes, he was banned afterward, but at the end he made it. And I was like, yes, I relate to him. You have to struggle, and once you're making thousands and thousands of dollars every time of a video comes on, you're just like, wow, I don't have to do this anymore. I don't have to be in this spot anymore. I can get out and be free.
This video by getting that point across because I am passionate about this subject. I want you to take a look at this tweet right here. Somebody said, "Ja, why do you get on here thugging? You are rich." That's a fair question. I don't see somebody hating. And Ja Morant quotes tweets and says, "Because the money won't ever change me. Been on that, still on that, forever on that. Won't ever speak on it." We talked about it a couple days ago. I'll pop up some of your comments right here. You guys get it. I don't. I never did it in high school, and I don't understand it till this day why people think it's cool to act gangster or hood or whatever you want to call it. I don't get it.
Matt said it the right way. Every high school has people like this. I had friends who genuinely were from the parts of town and they didn't act hard, tough, or bully. They were some of the most quiet people until you get to know them. It's always the kids who act loud, go around bragging, talking loud about everything they did in the streets. They're probably not about that life.
Because also, like I told you guys in the previous video, I played AAU basketball guys that were about that life. And here's a fun fact for you. The biggest, I guess you want to say, quote-unquote, gangsters that I knew growing up, they didn't act gangster. And y'all know exactly what I'm saying.
And you know what's even crazy? I was in National Center like the last 2 years. And they posted up, and they had a post on the school, one of the school walls about you have to expect gang members to be there. You may have to deal with gangs. Watch yourself when you're there. But here's the thing. The people that I was dealing with that either in a gang or not, they never went to me. Why? They're quiet as a mouse and they'll never find you. They'll never find you and you don't even know. You don't even know until they're in jail. Thing about it, you never know who a person really is until the day they realize, oh my goodness, that's who he is.
And the people that are about that life, they don't speak on it. But the people that want you to believe they're gangster and always talking about how hood and thug they are, how they're this, how they're that, those are the phony.
I feel the same way. And the difference is, and the craziest difference is that I relate to, I date Caucasian women, and that's the thing. I'm attracted to them still. Here's the difference of it. And do I want to put them on a pedestal? No. They're not all are in a good place. Not all are in a great place. I can understand. And that's the freedom I have of life, in this life, of an actual civil rights issue. That a Supreme Court said, yes, you can do it. You should be free. And but here's the thing. I can see something happen when they say, hey, I want the government to say, I want the government to not have interracial issues. Even if it does, it doesn't matter. People who want to be in a relationship can be of that life Whether, and not just that, in that life of an interracial relationship, guess what? I want people to be free to do what you gotta do. That's the thing.
Like I told you guys in yesterday's video, I'm not trying to be funny when I say this. Ja Morant is a certified cornball. Nobody, let me repeat this, nobody is scared of Ja Morant because he's rich. Now, I know you're just saying, well, Matt, just because he's rich, why should I be scared of him? And I'll explain. I'm going to give you a great example. Who has more to lose, Ja Morant or some random dude? It's Ja Morant. He's in the NBA making $200 million. That's why I myself am not scared of him. That's why many people out here don't take him serious, because you have everything to lose. And also to go on top of that, just like Shannon Sharp said, he said something about Ja Morant is quote-unquote hustling backwards by acting like someone he's not. That's a great way to put it. I can't say it any better myself. He's hustling backwards.
He's hustling backwards by acting like someone he is not. And guess what? I'm hustling forward. Mr. Sharp, you're right. And I'm also hustling forward because I'm being myself, and I want to be myself, and I am myself. There are times I figure out what myself is at one point, but now I am myself because I know what's up. I know the starting grid every day, and I know what I need to do to get to not just get to professional pole, but to win the race, to be on the top step of the podium every day. That's reality. My hustle is to make it to the front and win. That's the dream. That's what I want to do.
All right. Outside of that, let's get on to what we need to talk about. And I'm sure some of you heard the news, but Ja Morant, yeah, he's already back. Which I have no problem whatsoever. Have fun, I get it. He's a normal person at the end of the day. I don't put any of these athletes or A-list celebrities on a pedestal because I understand they put on their pants the same way as me. They use the toilet the same way. But that's besides the point. He goes to the club and he was toting that heater on him. He was with
Oh, yeah. Matt didn't know if you've seen, but he took responsibility for this one and got a 2-game suspension from the team, but his apology said he was taking a leave. Toting that heater on him with a blicky.
The blicky, whatever you want to call it. And believe it or not, that's not the worst part about it. The worst part about it is, and this should go to tell you that he's not the smartest person in the room, he filmed himself with it, flashing it at the camera. And look, I get it 100%. You got to protect yourself. But why are you filming yourself flexing and posting it? And here's my biggest deal about this, and it's the reason I call him Captain Cornball. Similar to OnlyFans girls, he needs validation from random people online. Because if he was just filming this video for himself to have a great memory, he would have never posted it. You see what I'm saying? Any of these girls out here on Instagram, Snapchat, whatever, that post these random selfies, or anybody out here like these dudes, they post videos like this, it's for validation from other people. Because if you were really about this life, you wouldn't feel the need to post it on the internet. Believe it or not, out here, it's not just women, but there's some weirdo.
And I love this one. As a person who has worked with children from the hood, almost none of them had 2 parents at home. They were obviously not at a private school. They didn't have the advantages that Ja may have had growing up. Sometimes in the black community, we call people corny or white because they have values. They speak properly, they know how to spell, they are smart, and they are respectful. It's ass backwards. In some expressions of the black community, we endorse and give approval to attitudes or behavior that literally oppose any idea of a success. Maybe we should reserve the word corny for people who pretend to be something they are not. Ja, in all likelihood, may not be gangster, but if that's the image he wants to portray, that's fine. But when he gets shot at by NBA teams or players, private security, for red beaming someone, when he gets into fights and get his stuff taken, when he gets ran down in the hood, when he doesn't get the $200 million extension with the Grizzlies, and when he gets dropped by Nike and Powerade, I don't want to hear a single word of discrimination or unfair treatment. Ja seems to want all the clout of being perceived as a gangster and none of the problems that come with it. If such things happen, that's not discrimination. It's a consequence of the persona he has chosen. Not everything that gets called discrimination is discrimination. Sometimes it's the consequence of the image we want to portray.
Men who also seek validation. But here's what makes Ja Morant's situation worse, in my humble opinion. Some people in this life, they want the money and the fame. It's not one, it's not either or the other. They want money and fame both. Ja Morant is one of those people. He wants the money and the fame. Vice versa, I'll use another NBA player off the top of my head that is a great comparison for this situation. Kawhi Leonard is a perfect example of a guy who doesn't want the fame, just money. And I'm going to be completely 100% honest with y'all. I can't relate to guys like Ja Morant. I relate more to guys like Kawhi Leonard. Because Kawhi Leonard...
You know what's even crazy? I don't even relate to a lot of the NBA players, a lot of the NFL players, or MLB. I relate to the late Ayrton Senna. On pole, fast, helping his people of Brazil. More than any person that is a race car driver in the United States. Bar none. Don't believe me? Go type the life story of Ayrton Senna. Go, if you haven't had the documentary of Senna, get it. It is what it is. If you have YouTube, if you're on YouTube right now, type Ayrton Senna. You're gonna have many stories about him, and also stuff that you may know, stuff you don't. And guess what? I tell you, I relate to him. The man is not just amazing in a car. When I saw on a Honda NSX that he was testing and driving, he was walking into that section of the track of the 130R in literal slacks, little dress shirt, slacks, and moccasins, and dress shoes, and driving like not just a Formula One driver, driving like I could see him still. The man is amazing. The man was amazing in that car, and was amazing in Formula One. The part I have to ask is, what if he did die? What if he didn't leave this earth in May the 1st of 1994 at Imola? We may never know.
It's a normal guy who's just really good at basketball. I've told you guys this before, and I'm going to say it again. 2023 is the best time to be alive, no debate. Why is it the best time? Oh, because in your hand, you can look up any information. You can find out any...
And Matt, you are right. Let me finish this up before I go.
And learn about anything on your phone. The knowledge we have at our fingertips in 2023, it's insane if you really think.
And that's the thing, is that's cool. You know what's cool? We're in a time that the phone that you have right now, you can be a journalist. You are more of a journalist on your phone that you have in your hand than any journalist in the Natchitoches Times, the Shreveport Times, the Alexandria Town Talk, the Advocate, every single television news station in existence in the state of Louisiana, and also other journalistic entities in my own town, like the Real Views. And guess what I can tell you? You can do more of being a journalist than any of them, and you don't even have to worry about getting a degree. I'm gonna keep it $150. G Plans, George, bruh, G Plans, bruh, you're awesome. Keep it up. I love you, bruh. Keep this shit up. One day I want an interview. I would love to have an interview. I would love to have an interview with G Plans, bruh. I would love to have that interview. Because I want to be in, and I want to tell. Man, I got life to live. I got stories to tell from the version of my mom, but I could have a story to tell for a version of myself. And because I know, and I really know, interracial relationships, and one day we may get to that point that it is almost relevant because people are free. But hey, that's the thing. Even though, hey, in the data, it is not that way, and it may not happen. But guess what? Numbers can lie, but guess what? In real life, you can see the truth every time. What you see in your own two eyes and your own two peepers can tell you the truth every time. The numbers.
think about it. But since we have it all the time, we take it for granted. Back in the 1980s.
Yep, we take that for granted every time. Our cell phones we take for granted. Back in the day when in the 90s, in the 96 on the online, we have to go online and we have to search hard to find stuff. We have to search through encyclopedias, not just in libraries, but in school libraries, to find stuff. Just to pass a report that day. Just to pass a report for the next 2 to 3 weeks. To pass that and move on. We take that stuff for granted because we can search what we need to find faster and faster and faster than ever before. And it's not easy. And guess what? It is, and literally can pass a class. We take this shit for granted sometimes because we do.
80s, 1990s, not too long ago, if you wanted to learn how to be a rocket scientist, learn how to do this, do that, you had to go to a library. Nowadays, you can learn anything on Google, YouTube, or wherever. Technology is through the roof.
And you know what's even cool? You can be a journalist. You can be not just be a journalist. You could literally have a reality show. Put it on YouTube. And would likely be better than MTV. You could have a documentary of a good sports legend, and would be absolutely better than a fucking 30 or 30. And that's on YouTube. Better than a 30 for fucking 30 of ESPN. I'm gonna say this again one last time. A documentary on YouTube can be better than a 30 for 30. Because ESPN and others don't give two shits. And it's mama. Here we go. I'll be right back. Yeah. I'm busy.
You want to eat?
No, I heard you. Let me look. Girl, it's out, boo-boo. It's out. Go to sleep.
The one downside of living in 2023 is these internet weirdos. I'm in the industry.
And that's the thing. That is the biggest downside. You can look at the chick and they think she's hot and she's not. And you look at a lot of girls, a lot of girls think she is hot, sexy shit. And every single guy would hit on them like a hot mess and just run it. But the thing is simple. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna keep it 100 on old girl who was a Jemison in a shoe. She can be the hottest girl in the world, but the Bible says it best: beauty fades. Wait till you get 40. Wait till you get 50. Wait till you get 60, 70. 80. It doesn't last. What lasts is your character. What lasts is not just your beauty. What lasts is your character. What lasts is your temperament. Patience, care. That will last more than beauty. Because guess what? Look at what happened with Madonna. Look at how many times she literally had to do plastic surgery every single time. And guess what you saw on the Grammys? Nobody recognizes her. Beauty. The sad part about Madonna, she never realized of herself that beauty would fade. And be happy of who you are.
And I'm going to tell you straight up, 90% of YouTubers are straight up weirdos in real life. 90%.
And that's the thing. Not just 90%. 95. Not just 90% in YouTube. Most people in real life, you think the girl is so hot, but guess what? It's not. She's awkward. She's in real life. She's like you and me. She's a human being. She's not, she's so hot and sexy. I would hit her from the back and all that. No. She's flesh and bone. She's human being. She's a human being like you and me. I'm a human being like you and me. I can be handsome, but guess what? It doesn't last either. Even though I look 21 years old, guess what? It doesn't last either. It's simple.
And these Instagram influencers, 98% of these TikTok influencers, they're weirdos. All people do nowadays on social media is put on this fake persona of what they think people are gonna like. People are so scared to speak their truth and be themselves. It's crazy. Whereas me, on the other hand,
and that's the thing. I love being, and that's why I love Bat Be Great, because he's authentic, and he's trying to, and not just he's trying to. He is authentic. He is honest. He's real. And the difference between YouTube now and SoMe.social, you can be real. And you don't lose for that. And you don't have to lose for that. You can be honest, real, and true. And you don't have to, and he doesn't have to do it. He doesn't have to fake it till he makes it. He doesn't have to, and to me, he doesn't have to be like Uncle Roger and call out and say, "Oh, I'm just doing Asian food." No, he doesn't have to do that. You could be honest and real, and guess what? You can, and SoMe.social, to me, they could be like influencers and don't have to do the influencer shit. You can earn the money. He can earn crypto and earn money on SME and make money and literally just do it. You don't have to be an influencer. You don't have to be the hottest chick in the room. And I believe, and here's the thing, in the near future, I got a prediction for you. OnlyFans is going to go away. The question is, where are they going to go? Are they going to go to Pornhub? Yeah, what if Pornhub is not going to last? What if X Hamster's not going to last? What if the videos ain't gonna last? What if XNXX is not gonna last? That's gonna go. Where are they gonna go? They may go to SoMe.social, and guess what? That is gonna be the match that is gonna spark another revolution. Another revolution of 18 plus content. So they're gonna go to where the crypto is at. Even if right now crypto isn't the place to be at this point. Because, hey, it is very inconsistent sometimes. It happens.
And if you've been following for a long time, you know how Matt is. Y'all know how I am, and that's why I think we got one of the best communities out there, because you guys, just like myself, see through the BS. Getting back on track here with John Morant, check out this comment. John making it too easy for the media to paint a picture of him. Just keep pooping on these fools, y'all. Leave all that other ish alone. And somebody replied, no one is painting a picture, LOL. Do want to be gangsters so bad. And that's what I'm saying. Nobody is painting this false narrative about John.
Nobody's painting this false narrative. He's painting it himself. That's the coolest thing. That's the craziest thing. And that's the most pathetic thing. Ja Morant is not authentic. A lot of YouTube, not all of them, but enough YouTubers are not authentic. Go to SoMe.social right now. People are authentic. Their real selves are right on the picture. Their real selves are what they say. And what they say and what they are is right on the picture. They are authentic and they are real humans. And they don't have to fake it. They don't have to fake it. It's there. If I were to, I did content for SoMe.social, and guess what? Even though I took a break sometimes, guess what? I'm gonna go off and do it. And I do videos sometimes because it's gonna be exclusive to that until people are gonna see, hey, this is awesome, and they're gonna come. And that's the thing. I'm building it so people can come. That's the thing. And I think Snapchat will not last. All the Snapchat premium girls influencers, where are you going to go? I'm going to tell you right now, Snapchat will not last.
John Morant. He is the one doing it. And I've seen all the jokes where people are saying, oh, John Morant's trying to make it out the NBA and how it down. People look up to this dude. Some young kid gonna take the same pay because he did. Chill, y'all. Those aren't my words. That is coming from somebody who's allegedly from the same city. And he's correct. Kids do look up to John Morant. And he's being a terrible role model. And I know what John Morant's going to say. Oh, I'm not trying to be no role model.
Like Charles Barkley says, I'm not trying to be a role model. But guess what? He didn't have to be. He didn't have to be a role model. The parents did. The parents did it and said, yes, he's not a role model. He's not a role model you emulate. You know what parents don't you know what kids don't realize? Emulate your parents. We emulate our heroes. And guess what? Our heroes, in most cases, should be our parents. They made us here so we can get here. So we can get to this point. I don't emulate my dad, but I emulate my mom sometimes. Sometimes I don't like mama shit sometimes, but guess what? It works. I emulate the heroes that I see. But sometimes what I want to emulate the most is my dad, because guess what I want to do? I may want to fix a car. Problem is, I don't know how. Maybe I can figure it out. And at the end, I figured it out. It works out.
Look, man, at the end of the day, with great power comes great responsibility. You, and when I say you, I'm talking about John Morant, have a lot of power. And you can use it for the good, but instead you're using it for the bad. And now guess what? The NBA has came out and said, quote unquote, we are aware of the social media posts involving John Morant, and we are investigating. I just think it's lame. And last but not least, I'm going to say this. I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, people in his circle, his dad, some role models, they need to tell him to quit doing this and quit acting this way. Well, here's the thing. More than likely, people have told him to quit. Y'all gotta understand and learn something. You can't want it for somebody else. They gotta want to get better. You can't control how people act. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. This isn't on John Morant's dad, his homies, whoever. This is on Ja. And also, I guarantee this: his so-called quote-unquote friends that are encouraging this behavior, if they want to see him fail low-key. I'm telling you, because as much as people love a hero, they love seeing a hero fall even more. Let me ask you a question: you think every single person inside of John Morant's friend group wants him to continue to be this successful? I don't think so. I believe 9 out of 10 of his friends want to see him prosper, but there's that one bad friend that could ruin it all. We'll see what happens. We'll see.
And we're going to do this one. A lot of it will be...
Now it turns out that some insurance companies are refusing to insure some Kias and Hyundais, of course, because people are stealing the vehicles because they did not put immobilizer keys in the cars back when they were making these cars. 2015 to 2019, 96% of the cars sold in America had immobilizer chips, not the keys. Only 26% of them sold in the United States had immobilizer keys. So they're easy to steal. So now Progressive and State Farm, big insurance companies, they're refusing to write policies for these cars. And I don't blame them. It's not only that they're easy to steal, but of course, even if you go out and hook up an immobilizer system or something, right? The kids have seen the videos on the internet. And so, there's a Kia, there's a Hyundai, let's steal. They don't know if it's been modified or not. You're going to get your windows broken, all that stuff. The insurance company's like, screw this. We're not going to insure these things. People are stealing, we're paying out too much money. I don't blame them. If you bought one of these, odds are you're going to pay a lot more for your insurance because the other companies that still insure, they'll raise the rates. They'll say, well, these cars are stolen more, so we'll charge them. That's how you pay on your rates. Full collision and everything costs more on cars with a lot of horsepower because they're faster, people tend to get in more accidents with them, so they raise the rates. They just go by mathematical formula. It seems to see all these Korean cars being stolen, guess what? They're going to raise the rates on. So, yet another reason not to buy a Korean car. Jordan Dudgeon, Smash Scotty.
Shout out to Scotty Kilmer. And that's the thing. If you are on Progressive or State, I think, let me mind this bitch.
Been modified or not, you're going to get your windows broken. Insurance company. Only 26% of them sold in the United States had immobilized keys. So they're easy to steal. So now Progressive and State Farm, big insurance.
Progressive and State Farm are dumping Kias and Hyundais from like the 2010s and such. Easy to steal. Easy to steal. Simple. Easy to steal. Because your ass smell like Team Rocket. And guess what? We're almost halfway there. I'm talking about what's going on in Louisiana and stuff. When it comes to stuff,
all right, today I'm going to show you what a used car.
Oh, we'll have a pause for the cause. Hey.
Hey.
Yeah.
Did you cut the oven off?
Yeah. Let me check. You know what? I thought I cut it off, but let me check a little bit. Oh boy. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Alright, let me make sure. I thought I turned it off. Yeah, I guess I turned it off just now.
Just now?
No, I turned it off now.
Okay.
I turned it off now. I didn't know if I hear the beep going off to say it's done or not.
Okay. You should.
You got the screen?
Yeah. I'm waiting on Ron to pick it up. Pick it up.
Oh, you waiting on Ron to pick it up?
Yeah.
So he's gonna pick it up, right?
Yeah, he picking it up because it won't fit in my car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, good enough.
Alright.
Wrangler at auction. And we're also going to have a contest and give one of you guys $100. Alright, so a lot of these cars behind me, they actually concern me. All these cars that you're seeing that I'm walking past right now are repos. And what we've seen in the data lately is that the auto loan delinquencies and repo rates are spiking. So, what does that mean for our economy? That's not good, because people are going to pay for their cell phones, one. Sad that I have to actually say that, but cell phones are number one thing they're going to pay for. They're going to pay for their housing second, either their rent or their mortgage. They're going to pay for food, and they're going to pay for their cars. So if they are starting to not pay for these vehicles, then that means there's a lot less money in the system. A lot of other things are costing them a lot more money, and they're just not able to actually pay for these vehicles. And anytime we go into an economic downturn, we can see that the repo rate goes up well before that. The auto loan delinquencies go up before that. But one thing that we're not going to see in the data is the cars that I'm talking about back here, because they're being repoed by small mom and pop buy here, pay here shops. And you're never going to see that show up in the data because they don't have to report to anyone. When auto loan delinquencies go through banks, they're publicly traded companies, and they have to report that data to their shareholders to be able to see what's going on with the money that is being lent out. And the people who buy from these smaller buy here, pay here shops, they're going to be in the lower end, they're going to be the lower income earners of our economy. And when we go through a downturn, when we go through a recession, it's always those people who get hit the hardest and get hit first. So now that we're seeing all these repos start to jump up at these wholesale dealer auctions.
And that's the reason why I said what I said to Amanda. Amanda, girl, and you're dealing with repo, guess what? You're going to see more cars coming like wet like water, because that's what you're going to see.
That just tells me that we're about to go through a big downturn, we're about to go through a big recession, because as these people can't afford to be able to spend money on their cars, that also means that they're not going to be able to spend money on other things. They're not going to be able to go out to eat. They're not going to be able to go buy electronics. That means there's going to be less money in the system, meaning they're spending money at other businesses. And these businesses, they need them to spend. So as they spend less money,
and that's what it reminds me of right now with K cars. It's gonna be harder. People are not gonna buy the K cars, the shipping is gonna, the price is gonna drop, but it's also, in some cases, the shipping is gonna drop because not everybody's gonna spend for shipping, because it's not just gonna spend for the entire car, but it's also the shipping. So the shipping is gonna drop because it's gonna be harder. It's gonna be less people shipping the cars because nobody wants them, because the cost is gonna go so low and people can't afford it. People can't afford to buy Ks. So now the K cars, or the K trucks, it's gonna be not just gonna be cheaper to buy, especially in the time of shipping, but it's also the entire price is going to go down in price because it's easier. It's now, hey, the cost is going to go down to the point where, hey, the supply is going to be there, and the demand is going to be there. Now, when it's time for 2024, and you're going to have hey, we're going to see new models come. We're going to have new import models or Japanese import models that they're going to get from Japan, or European import models that are going to Japan. It's all going to go straight back to the United States, and it's all going to be there, and you wouldn't know if they're stolen or not, and the police are not going to know what to do. But if it's in Japan and you're going to put it in California, it's going to be very strict, because now if they live in California, you're going to have to deal with smog rules and all that, because now it's going to be harder to beat the smog tax. But don't realize it's easier to get through California, because guess where they're going to go? They're going to go to different areas, including Freeport, which is in Texas. So now they can pick it up, or if you're in Freeport, you go straight to Texas, you can pick it up and carry it and drive it to Louisiana. And now people don't realize, hey, that it's going to be easier to do it in Louisiana and easier to pay for it in Louisiana, because at the time right now, it's legal to have a K truck in Louisiana. 50 miles an hour or less in most highways. 55 miles an hour or less, as long. And you know what? I haven't done this yet, so I got to do it. K trucks, Louisiana law. Easy. Go straight to the source of Louisiana. 2011 laws. I gotta tell you this. This is fun, because there's stuff that I didn't know, and now I gotta tell you, because I want you to read and I want you to see what I see, and people don't realize. Hey. And right now, there are spots in Texas, close to Texas, that you can buy K trucks and bring it to, even though it's not allowed in Texas, and it's on for farm use. Go to Louisiana, you can do it. And I gotta read this. This is a universal citation at Louisiana Rev Stat 32299.2 regulation of Title 32 Motor Vehicle Regulation 32299.2 off-road vehicles and mini trucks. And 299.2 section 2.99.2 off-road vehicles and mini trucks. A mini truck may be operated on a highway of this state where the posted speed limit is 55 miles an hour or less, except in an interstate or controlled access highway or a multi-lane divided highway which has partial or no controlled access. So you can't drive it on an interstate or a controlled access highway. If you live in Natchitoches, it's mostly for me, it's Highway 6, because it is a controlled access highway. Or in some cases, a multi-lane divided highway, which is partial and no control. But you can do it on Kaiser Avenue because it is part of the city. And subsection A of this section, a mini truck operated on a highway of the state shall be equipped with headlamps, front and rear turn signal lamps, tail lamps, stop lamps, an exterior mirror mounted on the driver's side of the vehicle, and either an exterior mirror mounted on the passenger side of the vehicle, or an interior mirror, a parking brake, a rear windshield wiper, a speedometer, an odometer, braking for each wheel, seatbelt assembly installed at each designated seating position, and a vehicle identification number. C. Any mini truck operated on the highway of this state shall register as an off-road vehicle and shall display a decal issued by the Office of Motor Vehicles. The Office of Motor Vehicles may require a presentation of a notarization of translation of a mini truck title presented in a foreign language, if necessary. The translation shall be provided at the expense of the applicant. No mini truck shall be operated on a highway of this state by an unlicensed driver. E. Any mini truck operated on a highway of this state shall have a liability insurance with the same minimum limits as required by the provisions RS 329.900. G. The Department of Safety and Corrections, Office of Motor Vehicles, shall adopt rules and regulations in accordance with the Administrative Procedure Act, subject to the oversight of the House and Senate Committees on Transportation, Highways, Public Works, as necessary to implement the provisions of this section. H, which is H.1. Nothing contained in this section shall be construed to prohibit the Department of Transportation and Development from prohibiting the operation of any mini truck upon any state highway under its jurisdiction if the department determines that such prohibition is necessary for the safety of the motoring public. And then 2 at the end. Nothing contained in this section shall be construed to prohibit parish or municipal governments prohibiting the operation of any mini truck upon any parish or municipal road or highway under its jurisdiction if such parish or municipal government determines that such prohibition is necessary for the safety of the motoring public. Here's the axe, and the axe is done. So you can, so if you can afford it at this point in Louisiana, you can drive you can actually, and as long in the United States, it's 25 years or less. So 25 years, and in order to import, it had to be 25 years old, and you can bring it to Louisiana. If you have a K truck in Louisiana, you can use it. 55 miles an hour or less, as long as it's interstate. As long as it's not an interstate or controlled access highway or a multi-lane divided highway where there's partial or no control access. So you can drive that. And they are street legal. They are street legal and can be operated. And at the end, for those that don't realize, a UTV should be street legal, but it's not. It is not possible to register a UTV in Louisiana street legal for reasons discussed below. However, it's possible to make a UTV street legal in Louisiana by registering it in another state. But hey, that is it. That is the point. So the reason why I like those K trucks, you can drive in areas in Louisiana that are in highways, in most highways, as long as they're not interstate or controlled access highways, or also partial access or whatever. So, yeah. That's what you're going to see. And back to the show.
Money, then these businesses are going to make less money. They're going to be able to hire less people. There are going to be job cuts. We're already seeing that in a lot of the tech fields that people are losing their jobs as a foreshadowing of what's coming to the overall economy. So, as far as the used car market is concerned, the inventory is still ridiculously low, but even though that we're getting these repos spiking up and coming through the system, it's still not going to crash the used car market.
And you know what? Bull, boom, bear, bust. Even on the times of Trump, at the time, everybody saying, oh, it was awesome. And the money that's thrown in, it's like, and he said it's not going to last. And when COVID-19 hit, it was exposed, and I was seeing awesome stuff coming in, and we could literally spend money and do whatever we want. But the problem matter is, it isn't gonna last, and it didn't. By the time it hit 2001, and then by the time it hit 2001,
And I want to continue to pay attention to as I'm going to these dealer wholesale auctions is the amount of repos that are coming to the system. Because, like I said earlier, you're not going to be able to see this stuff in the data.
And that's the thing with also, literal on the economy. The economy that we are in right now isn't real. Just as the same thing when I looked at Formula One in 2019, and they thought, at the time of the Bahrain Grand Prix, and they was getting literal records set at the time, record-setting viewership, and none of it made sense. And it was like, oh, we just seen Lewis Hamilton lose. No, none of it made sense. The last time ESPN had a record of average viewers, it was similar to 700,000 or 800,000. It made no sense. But today it's making sense because now you're seeing this.
We're going to have to actually look with our eyes and see how many of these cars are coming to auction. So I'm going to be keeping up with that for you guys, but now let's go look at some cars and I'll show you what dealers are going to pay for a lot of these wholesale units. Alright, this was a good one for us to check. It's a 2013 Jeep 4-door Sahara, trail rated. It's got 102,000 miles. Looks good, pretty clean. It could use a little bit of cleanup, but looks pretty good. Alright, so it's a 2013, 102,000 miles Jeep Wrangler. Alright, I want to check this one. It's a 2011 Silverado. It's got 81,000 miles, so really good miles on it. It's a little bit rough. Inside doesn't look too bad. There's the trim that's on the side. At least it comes with that. But it's a 2011 Silverado.
I gotta eat.
81,000 miles. Alright, this one's a 2014
I'll be back. I gotta eat.
It's got 116,000 miles.
Must. Shall.
Good.
It is hot, but I have to. I have to eat because I'm getting close.
Not
I'm
too
getting
bad.
close to
A lot
4:30.
of you have been asking about this mid-tier stuff, so I'm going to try to show more of it. 2014 Equinox, 116,000 miles. We'll check, see how much it goes for in the auction. Alright, here's the one for us to check. 2014 Chrysler 300. Sorry about the motor behind me. 2014 Chrysler 300. It's got, what did I say, 149,000 miles. Right at 150,000 miles. Looks pretty good. I like this. It's a 300S. Oh, I like the rings on it too. So 2014 Chrysler 300 with 149,000 miles. We'll check it, see how much it brings. Alright, here's going for us to check. A lot of you have been asking about Tundras. It's a 2006. It's got 143,000 miles on it. Looks actually very good. I like these cars. I like these trucks. Those are sweet. Again, it looks good. It's a 2006 Tundra with 143,000 miles. Alright, a lot of you have been asking for anything Toyota. So this is a 2010 Toyota Highlander, 121,000 miles. Outside does not look great. Inside actually looks better than the outside does. Third row actually looks good, I think. It's a 2010 Toyota Highlander, 121,000 miles. Alright, so 2015 Tahoe LT, it's got 110,000 miles. Outside looks good on it. Oh, inside a little rough.
Shout out to Car Questions Answered, because we're seeing the start of the show of the pendulum token, the summon of basically the Great Leviathan. But hey, not bullshitting, but it's simple. It's simple. The economy of the 2019, like the 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020 got exposed in 2020 with COVID. All you got to do is, I think, go back to like 2017, 18, 19, of the fact that, hey, the economy at that time is not what it really is. You have Tim Pool at the time, during the time of Trump, it was one term, but during the time, he is saying, hey, they were making money for the first time in 20 years. Is making money. It's unbelievable. But none of them on the show didn't realize for what it is. And at the end, guess what? Bull Boom Bear Buzz was vindicated. So as the Money GPS vindicated. And that's why I tell people, don't listen to people who think everything is great, but you're not seeing you're not seeing the underground stuff. You're not seeing the stuff that is going on. It's listen to the people that is going to warn you. This stuff is not going to last. And guess what? Yep, it didn't. And right now, we're seeing this issue. We're seeing a bigger issue. Repos and auto loan defaults are spiking, and it's going to go up. And it's going to go up every time. You're going to see repos and defaults. You're going to see people that is like at the time during the crypto boom, at that time, that say, hey, I could buy a car from there. And it's on YouTube still. But you look back today and just realize it didn't last. The economy, it didn't last and everything else, and it showed. So,
but still thorough, looks good. Yeah. It's a 2015 Tahoe LT with 110,000 miles. Alright, here's that 2017 F-150 that could not even get a bid last week. It's only got 81,000 miles. It's an XLT, it looks great on the outside, and it is locked. Now it's unlocked. Alright. And the inside doesn't look too bad either. Key in there. And outside looks, inside looks fine, outside looks fine. And I remember last week, they tried to even get somebody to bid on it at $15,000.
And you know, this is a comment from an hour ago for Brian Killing. Shout out to him. But that's the thing. Car companies are slowing production and in some cases stopping production. They are artificially driving up prices, so only buy a car if you absolutely need it because you're getting ripped off. That is 43 likes. And Tony Stewart, I don't know if it's him, but we'll see. I really enjoyed the video. I especially like when you gave us the amount that you would like to pay and expect to pay and the actual price it went for. This shows how the demand for used cars is really up. Can you please continue to do that so we can see when we are coming down to close to what they think they should be? And this is the Santos as well. This is insane. What buyers don't realize that is any car over 100,000 miles needs $2,000 to $3,000 in maintenance. Doesn't matter what brand. So if it isn't a $5,000 car, it is a $7,000 car after it's all said and done. Love your videos. And then I would love to see a video where you but care from the auction, what you put into it, what it finally sells for, the profit it made from start to finish. This is crazy. Patience is key. I'm waiting to get a 2021-2023 Camry hybrid, but the market is too high in California, waiting to crash down hard to get a bargain. And that's the same thing with the Ks, with the K cars and the K trucks right now. When I could get it, if I can get it imported or whatever, and when the price is gonna tank, I can get a bargain because the import prices, everything is gonna drop and the shipping is gonna tank because now, hey, the demand is gonna be less and less.
Nobody would even raise it.
Plus the demand for gasoline is gonna go up too, and the price is gonna go up as well. And now, hey, now everybody's gonna go back for those Ks because guess what? It's gonna be a bargain.
Hand on it. The seller afterwards said that they wanted $22,500 for it. And it just blows me away that no dealer, there was no appetite for this F-150 because these trucks have been hard to find and it seems like they have been selling well. We will watch it again and see what happens. Alright, here's another one for us to check. It's a 2012 Grand Jeep Cherokee. It's got 130,000 miles. I like the body style of these. This one's actually nasty.
Yeah, I'll be back. I gotta get food.
This one, we'll watch it go through. I would assume it's still probably going to be pretty expensive. So it's a 2012 Jeep Grand Cherokee, 130,000 miles. Alright, this one's nice. I want to check this out. It's a 2012 Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's got how miles? It's got 169,000 miles. But the outside looks great, and the inside is also very good. This is nice. I like this a lot. So we'll see what this brings at auction. It's a 2012 Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's got 169,000 miles. Alright, you guys have been asking for some older Toyotas too. So this is a 2002 Toyota Highlander. It's got 149,000 miles. Looks like a little bit different paint maybe on the door right there. But other than that, actually looks pretty good. Oh, some seat ripping. Back seats look good. Overall for the year, looks actually pretty decent. It's a 2002 Highlander with 149,000 miles. I'm gonna check to see what it brings. All right, here's the one for us to check. It's a 2009 RX 350. It's got 141.
Let me go.
The best one that we pick out, we'll send you $100. So let's see what you guys can come up with.
Before we go forward, never clever nor witty. I'm starting to doubt this is going to shake out this year. Never doubt the American consumer to max out their debt to maintain their lifestyle. I'm not seeing it either. Only hear all about it, the auto industry crash coming up, but still hasn't happened. No, Brandon has delivered a recession that will break this market. Take a look in 5 to 7 years from now for a correction. But nobody's gonna say it all started from one man to another. Not have been banned from the get-go, but at the end, marijuana should be legal, and I didn't think he agreed with it, but at the end, it doesn't matter because both parties haven't agreed with it, and they're going to be forced to agree with it when scientists are seeing, or not scientists, but people who are marijuana scientists are showing and realizing it is working. It is for real use, and the money's going to blow, and the money's going to be insane.
That's just a factor of tax time. Starting to see tax checks, so there's going to be a lot more deals show up at these auctions. A lot less cars coming in from the new car dealers. And prices are just going to be high, and I'm not going to pay them. I don't want to charge my customer what it's going to take to actually make money on the cars that I don't have to buy right now. So luckily, we loaded up. If you've watched some other videos, then you've seen our storage lot, you know that we loaded up for the last few months because we knew this was coming. So it's going to be a miserable time for the next few months as far as buying cars. So if you want to see a used car dealer in misery, then you should subscribe because there's going to be more. But like the video because this sucks. Alright, just to show you guys what I'm dealing with now, this is a 2002 Honda Accord with 222,000 miles. This is the kind of stuff I buy. I buy stuff for the lower income that they can pay cash for and just get out the door, have no payments, anything like that. So if you were in that, just real quick, think about it. So for me, I like to buy these cars for between $1,000 and $1,500 and be able to sell them to my customer for between $2,000, $2,500, maybe max $3,000 if it's super nice. This car went for today $3,100.
Ain't no way.
So,
oh man, ain't no way. That's insane.
Something to think about with tax time rolling in. That's what dealers are paying for these cars. So that car over there, the Honda Accord, that dealer, they're going to have $3,100 in it. They pay for auction. They're going to have auction fees. It's probably like $300 somewhere around there. And then they're going to have to fix something on it. It's a 2002 Honda Accord with 220,000 miles. Something's got to be fixed on it. So at the end of the day, they're going to have what, $3,600, $3,700 in it. That means they have to sell it for at least $5,000 to be able to make some good money on it. So would you like to pay $5,000 for that car? Probably not. So this is tax time, this is what it looks like, and this is why at these auction videos you're probably not going to see me buying a whole lot of cars for the next month. We're stacked up. I'm not paying these prices. I can't sell a car for $5,000 and feel good about it, so I'm not going to buy it. All right, price time. So that 2006 Tundra, very nice four-wheel truck, had 143,000 miles. It sold for $10,200. That's crazy money, it seems like, on that truck. Maybe not, I could be wrong. That just, it seems like a lot of money for that truck. You'll see a theme as I go through this. 2010 Highlander with 121,000 miles. It sold for $12,000. The 2015 Tahoe, it had 110,000 miles. It sold for $19,900. All right, the 2014 Chrysler 300, I think it was a 300S, had 149,000 miles. It sold for $9,800.
Ain't no way.
All right, the 2013 Wrangler, we had this on the community post yesterday. I wanted you guys to guess to see what you thought it was going to bring. It was a Sahara. It had 102,000 miles, and it brought $19,000. And they didn't sell it. They didn't no sell it, but they put it on a phone call. So they wanted more than that. They're going to try to put the deal together after the auction. But $19,000, and they wanted more than that for it. So the 2011 Silverado with 81,000 miles, it sold for $17,000. All right, the 2012 Jeep Grand Cherokee had 130,000 miles, and it sold for $7,100. So the 2014 Equinox with 116,000 miles, it sold for 7,700 miles. So I got more on this list, but I want to tell you about something real quick. So every car except for that Wrangler sold. On the block, it sold when it went through the auction. That is a far cry from what we saw just a month ago. We were talking about all these no-sales. Even just a couple weeks ago, there were a lot of if-bids. There were a lot of no-sales going through these auctions. And they're selling every one of these cars almost, and they're bringing crazy, crazy money. So the market, the used car dealers here, they're trying to load up for tax time, and there's not enough inventory for all of us to be able to get. So it's driving these used car prices up. So what you're going to see in the data for next month, used car prices at wholesale levels are going to spike because they are spiking. We see it right here. We see it right now. And I hope tax time is good for these dealers' sake, because if they can't sell this stuff, they've got way too much money in it, and they're going to get hit on this stuff. I can promise you that. All right, so 2012 Jeep Grand Cherokee, 169,000 miles. It sold for $8,000. All right, this one's interesting. This is the 2017 F-150 that went through last week. Didn't even get a bid at $15,000. This one, I found out what was going on with this. So this is a Canadian truck. So that's why nobody wanted to bid on it. They pulled their Carfaxes or whatever and saw it as a Canadian truck, and they just didn't want to mess with it. But this week it brought $14,000, and they put it on an if. So I know last week the seller said they wanted $22,500 on it, so that deal is not getting done, and it's probably not going to get done because they tried to get $15,000 for it last week, they couldn't get it. It brought $14,000, $1,000 less this week, and just they put it on if, but it's going to be no sold. So they're going to have to figure out what they need to do with that truck. They either got to cut it because people are scared of it because it's Canadian, or they just got to figure out what to do with it. So the 2002 Highlander had 149,000 miles. It sold for $4,400. That's crazy on a Highlander. And it's got good miles that look good, but for a 2002 Highlander, $4,400 wholesale, they're going to have to sell it retail for $6,000. That's too much. And the 2009 RX 350 had 141,000 miles, and it sold for $9,800. So there you go.
And that's how you end the stream, because I gotta eat. But it's also the same way in Louisiana. We're in a point in 2023. The 2023 election, you know what? I'm good when it comes to the stream today. But I gotta say what I gotta say. And I gotta be real with it. The 2023 election, whether in this state, not just in like 3 or 4 elections in other states of 2023, but this state in general. This is gonna be the one that is gonna be talked about in this state for a while, after the qualifications and everything like that and all that shit. This is gonna be the one that is we're gonna be chatting about this issue. I think like the same people say they're gonna be a Republican. I can understand if it's a Republican going to win. It's just there will be whoever's gonna win. People will hate either side. And at the end, and when it's all said and done, that's not gonna help. That's not gonna help a lot of people in the state, because you're still gonna say, hey, 2.8% of people, more people coming in the state, but it doesn't matter. The state of Louisiana is not a place to live right now. It is a tourism spot. Same thing in Natchitoches. It is a tourism spot, not a place to live. The city of Natchitoches is a tourism place. It is not a place to live. The same exact way in the parish. It is a place. For me, I lived in Natchitoches for all my life, and it's mostly for elderly people now. I think Alicia told me straight up. She's like, yeah, it's mostly just like for people that are coming home to take care of their parents. Rightfully so. This is not a place to live right now. It is literally an elderly person. I have not seen people in my age range when I graduated from Natchitoches Central 12 years ago, and by the time I made it now, I'm 30. I'm 35 years old. 35, 40 years old. The only ones in my age range are still here, and they're there. I have people who are my friends now that are teachers, and they are good at it, and I'm happy for it. Rebecca, oh shit. Becca, I love you, girl. Shout out to you. I wish you were my teacher. But the saddest part of all is I'm going to see a lot of teachers retire. Not just when in the time of Natchitoches Central. I can see that. Same way as my other classmates, my other places in Marthaville. I love the school. But I have a feeling there's going to be a few more people that are leaving. Hold on. Yes! Fuck off. Oh man, I got to charge. But I got the truth to tell. I'm going to give Mama some water when it should be here, but okay. More teachers are going to leave. More teachers either are going to leave the state or going to retire. Here. You already got water. Let me take that. And you didn't even use it. But yeah, it is going to be people that are going to retire. And I believe there's going to be a lot more people that are going to retire. And it's hard to replace. It is hard to replace teachers that have been there for you for years. It's hard to have teachers that have been there for years with you, and they're gonna stay there. There's some that I know they're gonna stay here. Miss Strahan, girl, Laura Strahan, Miss Strahan. I wish, even though I didn't stay there for all 4 years of your class, because I'm dealing with in a resource entity, in a resource time. I have to stay there for Channel 1 and leave and go and deal with it. But at the end, I hope you stay there for those grandkids. And if the grandkids are gonna come and they're gonna come out, guess what? I hope you stay there. But when I look back at it, I feel like Miss Scarborough is gonna leave. I miss the people that are there when I left in Marthaville last year in 2003, and I miss people that are there that have left in 2007. That I graduated in Natchitoches Central that year, in 2007. I don't think I could visit a school for people and visit a classroom of a teacher that I may not know. That's the scary part for me. I have to literally get used to people. But yeah, same way when I was there, a lot of people are going to leave the state to go to different parts of the states and leave the state of Louisiana and say, hey, there's good money there. You could literally, when I look back at Bell Edwards, and he's raising money for teachers, but the problem matter is it is still an issue to me. I want a school system where teachers are paid, and that are good teachers, that are good not just for the students but good for the parents, and good for the parents that are saying, hey, they're good people. I want to see an educational system that also helps the students, not just the parents too. I want to see an educational system that not just listens to the parents by themselves, but also listens to the students, because they are the ones that are there. By the time they turn 18, in some cases they turn 18 in Louisiana almost every year. And not just every year, every single time. There are times they are going to turn 18 during the school term, in some cases before graduation. They need to be listened to, because even though they are in high school right now, they are a student. They should be listened to as well, because they're going to by the time they are going to graduate, or by the time they're actually in school, they will be in an election. They will vote. 18 years old, think about it. They will vote. My first election, by the time I graduated, was basically not just, I'm not talking about the governor's election. That's not even close. One of the governor's elections at that point. Not even close. My first election was actually about marriage equality. Or not marriage equality. Not marriage equality, but marriage between a man and a woman at that time. There will be kids that'll be 18 during the school year. This not just school year right now, currently, but the school year to come. They will be 18. They will decide your governor. They will actually decide who's going to be in the governor's mansion in the state of Louisiana. My advice, listen to them. If they don't, it doesn't matter if it's left or right, you're getting punted. Listen to them. Talk to them. Not just treat them like adults not just treat them like they're in the school system, but treat them like the adults that they are. There will be times from August through election day. At that point, they will be 18. Some cases, even during the summer, they're actually going to be 18 during the summer before the start of school. Listen to them. That is all I'm going to say. I'm just being real. I'm just going to be real with y'all. Listen to them. Sorry. Oh my goodness. But I'm telling y'all, I am doing this. I am doing this to let people know. Listen to the youth. If they turn 18 in Louisiana, they're going to get out and vote, and they're going to decide the governor's election. Campaign, not just in your colleges, but campaign in your high schools. Campaign in your high schools that are 18 years old when they are graduating and they're heading to college, but also when they are in high school as seniors when they turn 18 of the current, not just the current year, I'm talking the year to come. They will be there are some cases from August, September, October, some cases November. They will be 18. Listen to them. Listen to these kids. They're going to decide the election just as much as people who are the elderly are. And the part of the matter is, I think the truth is going to be there. You're going to live in the state and of your city is what's going to be the most issues caused the most. The stuff that is going to be the one that needs to be talked about the most is cities, small towns, parishes, counties, in some cases states. That needs to be the focus. It shouldn't be the focus, to me, shouldn't be on a politician from the U.S. Senate or the U.S. House. That is the one we shouldn't focus on. We should focus on the states. We should focus on our neighborhoods and our areas. That is why I've said what I'm saying right now. And I'm telling you, that is why I'm saying what I'm saying right now. Listen, folks. Learn. You're going to listen to the maestro this year. You're going to have to. You're listening. The last election, not the last election, the election passed when the current mayor and also the current parish president. The difference is simple. The parties will not matter. The difference to me right now, when it comes to the election for the state, for state governor, all the way down to the state house and the state senate, it will matter. But at the end, if you're living in the cities, in the parish, it doesn't matter. All the issues that is going on, it is going to be. What matters is the issues in those parishes, in those cities, in those small towns, in Louisiana. That is what it's gonna need. That is what we're gonna see. But in Louisiana, it is also issues we're gonna see. We're gonna be talking about the economy, education, and what else? Economy, education, and out-migration the most. But not out-migration that much, because even though they say it's 2.8% more people coming into the state, out-migration needs to be talked about the most. But the economy and education are the top two. But for myself, would be those three plus cannabis legalization, because that is going to be a big factor, because even though it's going to be right now, it is decriminalized. It is very decriminalized. Anything higher than that said ounce, or whatever ounce that was, you're going to go to jail with it. But lower than that, you will, right now, you are going to be in a misdemeanor charge. You will pay a $100 fine. You're not going to jail. That is what I'm telling you. It is decriminalized. But I believe legalization will be a big issue. Because and the sad part is, I don't know if either of them are willing to talk about it and would care. And if they do, and if they don't, then whoever's going to be the person that is going to be saying, I'm support legalization of cannabis, and if it's a libertarian or a third libertarian at that point, or even a one that is the next party over, that is going to be the one they're going to say, you know what? And that's going to be for our young folks. They're going to say, you know what? I'm going to vote for him. I'm tired of these people. Am I wrong? Yes, I can be wrong. And forgive me for that. But I'm sick of the politicians right now. I'm sick of the culture war of either side of the aisle, because it doesn't help. It doesn't help not just your young people, but it doesn't help the people. Because you're not seeing what's really going on. You're seeing the fact that when the economy is bad, all that issue is going to show up. But the problem matter is you're not getting listened. You're not getting heard. Your voices are not getting heard. When it's outside, it is a cultural war mess. But the biggest culture war is going to be cannabis legalization in Louisiana. And the difference between where my birth mother left in Michigan to here, in Michigan, elderly people support it. In Louisiana, elderly people don't. And the elderly are gonna vote for the either two parties, but the young people are gonna look at what is going on and they'll realize. And you have young people that are 18 to like 49, 59 years old. They say, legalize that shit. And whoever's gonna say it, most likely gonna be a libertarian. They're gonna say, we're gonna do it. And I think they're gonna get. And I think if it happens and if it says what it says, they're gonna say, I'm gonna keep it real. A libertarian, if it says that and also covers all the other shit, and both parties of the Democrat and Republican Party in that is the qualification of the governor of a governor's candidate is going to be that's it. That's a good night kiss for those two candidates. They're not going to deal with you. I think in Louisiana, young people are looking at the state and they said, I want to live in this state, but the money isn't there. Give us jobs that want us to live here. And guess what? I don't know who will it be. I don't know who will be the governor this year. But if the economy and education and out-migration is talked about, and they're going to do, and somebody said, I will do something about it. I will do something about it because, and they're gonna tell, and they're gonna say to your mom and dad, I will solve this. I will give them the jobs to have them to live, to have them to come home, to stay home, and to live here, and to enjoy being here. And I say it best with Matt Be Great, but some of them do leave their hometowns, and I understand. Because guess what? You grow up and you go to your next phase of your life. I understand. But the problem is some of them who are living in Louisiana can't leave because they can't afford to. There are some, like a friend of hers that my brothers lived when she graduated, packed up all of her stuff, got the cap and gown, put it on there, put all the bags and everything in the trunk and left. And told them she was going to leave. And did. Ain't going to stay here. Left. That is an issue about migration that has been for years. And I'm sorry to tell you this. This ain't going to stand. This ain't going to last. Your daughters and sons need to have an economy that they can live and say, I want to have a job that I could earn money, that I could take care of my family, and also for a place to raise your family, for a place in Louisiana to actually live and to raise their family and to raise their kids. Understandable if you are leaving the state, but one day I want people to come home to Louisiana and have a place to work and to make crazy amounts of money to live in Louisiana and to live to go to work and also take care of their kids and their grandkids and everything. That's what I love. That's what I want to see. And you know what the difference of that to me when it comes to YouTube and Twitch for me is, to me, I want to tell the world the truth. To me, I love to live here because I want to see Louisiana be great again. I want Louisiana to be the best that it can be. 80s and 90s may not be, and 80s and 90s at the time. The only reason it may have worked in the 80s and 90s at the time, oil and gas was at its best, and money was made. But by the time the 2000s and 2010s come, it starts to be a disaster class. 2008 housing crisis, yeah, it's cheaper because not at the time it would be cheaper. And yeah, they come in, but it didn't work. It got worse too. Retail apocalypse in the 2020s, in the current decade climate right now. That is what we're seeing. The retail apocalypse, yeah, all the shopping stuff that people want to buy, that's gone. Sears gone. GameStop potentially leaving. Don't lie to yourself. Go ahead and watch Camelot 331 when it comes to GameStop. He was working there for a decade, or a decade in like 11 years, over a decade. He knows what is up. He knows what is going on. And it's like, right now, I'm gonna tell you this. By the time I finish the stream, I'm going to take a picture of that 5G router. And I'm telling you right now, that is what's going to be here. I really don't care if Biden would literally just say, hey, we'll get fiber. We'll give you fiber internet. And it's going to be the best place in it. No. I'm telling you right now, the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying, we have given the telecommunications industry of not just AT&T and others, even before 5G and others, so much power that they don't have to do a thing. And they told them to give, and all the maps they had didn't work, and it's not mattering. They still need to be a better service. We're not the reason everybody's seeing people, hey, we got more people buying digital gaming. But I'm living in Shady Grove. It's a rural area. The only one that is having 5G home internet, guess who? You're listening to one. You're listening to me as I speak. I'm telling you, right now, you're listening to me. I'm not the one to lie. You're the one that's listening to one. That is the owner such. I'm not saying that the fiber internet to live in Louisiana is impossible. I understand that. But it is not going to come to your home ever. It is going to come to the towers that has the 5G towers, and you're going to have 5G home internet. And it's going to be a lot faster. And the problem matter is, the price is going to be paid. It's simple. This is what happens when government gave too much power to telecommunications industries and that. And that's the thing. I am telling y'all the truth right now. I'm doing streaming. I'm doing reaction to YouTube that I'm listening to. Ricky, shout out, bruh. Cousin Ricky, shout out. Shout out to you, bruh. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm doing reactions, and I'm also doing window shopping, and I'm promoting stuff that I do promote and I do use. And that's a cool thing. You know what's the coolest thing about it? Benjamin, right now. What you're seeing is this app. This is Benjamin. Universal cash back. You don't even have to deal with it. Me, I have Chime. When you put Chime and this together, simple. This is 6 cents. This is literally 6 cents of T-Mobile. And I get an extra few cents. Few more cents from Chime, an extra 2 cents. An extra 2 cents from the Benjamin app. Yes, it's 39 cents. And I'm going to tell you right now. You can get a sign-up bonus. Every time you are joining this app on the link in my bio, and if you're on the description and you haven't been there, or if it's not on the description, click the link in my bio, anywhere that it is, and look for the Benjamin app. Click that, sign up, link a card. You track $1,000 worth of card transactions within 90 days. On all claim transactions, you get 10 cents and up. No, 0.1% and up on all cashback on all claim transactions. You don't need to make any purchase in the app. And it's a win-win bonus program. You get a $15 sign-up bonus, and I earn cash back. You get a $15 bonus, and I'm likely going to get it too. So yeah, I will each get $15 when the person invited makes qualifying purchases that's worth $1,000 within the first 90 days of opening an account with a link account. I will get 15. You will get 15. My invite code is UT1IK97BBR. That is the referral code. And if you are seeing me right now on the stream in YouTube, on YouTube, and if not on Facebook, if you're on Facebook, click the link in the bio and look for the Benjamin app. And if you make qualifying purchases worth $1,000 within the first 90 days, you get a $15 bonus, and I get cash back too. And I get $15 bonus too. We're both getting $15 bonuses. If you're on YouTube, and you are on iOS or Android, this is the video right here. I'm gonna say this again. If you don't have a QR code, if you have a QR code, here it is. We're gonna give you a few seconds or so to scan the QR code. Scan the QR code for a few seconds or more. You can pause it or whatever. That's the QR code. And if you haven't had this referral code, again, it's UT1IK97BBR. And I'm going to slow it down for you. UT1IK, which is big K, 97B, little b, R, little r. So U, which is a small u, capital T, 1, capital I, capital K, 9, 7, small b, small r. And if you do this today, you are supporting me to actually do this stream. Because I want you to earn money. I want you to earn money, and I want you to have cash back so you can take care of it, and it's fun. And that's cool. And you could feel like, hey, I've earned $15 cash back. I can buy more. I can buy a little bit more to pay more bills or whatever. That's fun. That'll be fun. And you know what's even cool? You can invite a merchant. So you can invite a merchant here. So anybody in a business in Natchitoches with a sound of my voice, that is in the sound of my voice right now. And I was saying this is all about Benjamin right now, but I'm doing it's all about Benjamin right now, and I'm gonna eat once I finish with this and I turn off this stream. I'm eating. That's it. And I'm going to anybody that is in the sound of my voice that is from Marthaville, Roebeling, Provençal, Campty, Natchitoches, the city of Natchitoches, Shady Grove. Oh man. Beaumont. Or not Beaumont. Beaumont. Not Beaumont, but Beaumont. Manny. Florine. Goldana. Campty. Clarence. We can go all the way down the line if you want to. Everywhere in Natchitoches Parish, Sabine Parish, Coshada, which is Red River Parish, everywhere. Wynn Parish, which is Winfield, everywhere within the sound of my voice. Join the Benjamin app, and if somebody invites you, and I invite you to join, because if you are a business, you get $100, and I get one, which is this. You will each get $100 when the business you invited makes qualifying cashback campaigns to pay cashback at least $100 after they joined. I earn $100 and you earn $100, and you're getting paid. You are going to get paid. I promise you. You're going to earn money. You're going to get paid. And I'm going to get paid. That's why I'm spreading the word to people. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. Because all you need to do is listen to Clownfish TV right now when he's talking about ad dollars. It ain't there. It ain't there. It is done. The economy is not real. Just as much as it may have not been real during the time of Trump. And it is not real now. It is double, both of those, the entire time of these two are double D titty fake. I mean, fake titties and a BBL. And guys are gonna walk away and go to a different person. Because they're looking at it and say, oh, she's hot. But they ain't hot. And it ain't real. That is why I'm telling y'all, folks. That's why I'm telling about anybody that is on YouTube. Anybody on YouTube in the sound of my voice that is on YouTube. The ad dollars is not going to last. It is not going to be there. It is going to be gone. You cannot live by Google AdSense or YouTube money alone. It ain't going to work. Have as much different incomes as you can. Me, I'm different. I am a lot different. I'm different than y'all when it comes to this. Because I'm telling you right now. Every time I do earn cash back, or every time I earn referral money and everything, that helps me. And you know what's even crazier? We got local offers coming up as well. You're going to see businesses to supercharge the cash back with 17,000 local offers and earn boosted cash back when you shop and dine at your favorite local restaurants. It could be McDonald's, it could be Levain, it could be Dairy Queen, it could be Starbucks, McDonald's, Arby's, you name it. It may say, Or if you have Walmart right at that point, and when it takes place, you may get 3 times the cash back. I'm serious because the reason why I'm saying this, there are times when it's the flu app. I'm telling you right now, I can't invite any of these. I don't want to. Because I'm gonna tell you this. Flus is gonna last because it's gonna be part of it, but I can't do that in simple. But OnlyFans, it ain't gonna last. I'm telling you right now. I'm warning a lot of women who are on OnlyFans. I don't know. I may be wrong. God forbid I may be wrong. I am not like Kevin Samuels when it comes to this shit. I like OnlyFans girls. They're hot. And even if I do pay, it'll be, I can't do it month to month. I'll just do it one time and close it. And then turn off the auto pay. And just check it out. That's it. But I think it's not gonna last. Kevin Samuels at that time warned a lot of these women that it isn't gonna last. You wanna know how close it was of not lasting? OnlyFans banning these models and stuff. That's how close it was. And everybody was scared. Everybody was running around. Someone went to crypto, but not everybody stayed. Went straight back. I'm going to warn you right now. We're in an economy that it is not real. The money is not there. All the ad money on YouTube right now. I'm going to tell you right now, it ain't going to last. The ad dollar prices are dropping every week. Go ask Clownfish TV what's up. you will listen to him more than me. But guess what? I listen to Clownfish. It's what's happening. It's what's happening online. Look at how many people that are being demonetized. Look at how many people that are banned from YouTube. And haven't realized they have nowhere else to go. I am warning y'all right now. If you right now are on YouTube and are a content creator, have alternative funding now. Right now. Don't even worry about the followers. Don't even worry about the subs. Follow what's your content that you love to do. I love to do streaming and I want to do it today. I'm starting on it right now. I'm starting on it as I speak. And I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use alternative means to make money. Because I know that Google AdSense money, everybody is thinking it's gonna last forever. Just like it is in the 90s when the economy was so awesome and it is so great and nobody's realizing it is not gonna last. And guess what? In the 2000s, the year 2000 is gonna be great. And it was awesome for 1 year. 9/11 flipped it on a fucking dime. It is not the same economy. All the big boom, the biggest boom of the economy from the 90s, everybody's betting that the Dow Jones was going to go up by 30,000 in this decade of the 90s. That decade of the 90s. And it didn't last. It didn't make it to 30,000. And even after 9/11, it tanked. It took in the 2010s and 2020s to get it over 30,000. And YouTube was in this place back in like 2010s and 2012s. No, 2009, 2012, whatever. I'm going to warn you sorry bums right now. I'm warning all of you. If you are on YouTube or on OnlyFans or on Twitch, it is not gonna last. You don't even have to get a job. Just have alternative income. Use app referrals. Use stuff like Price Rebel. Or in a case, for me, Feature Points. Go listen during that time of entertaining TV. Listen to his story and how he made money on Feature Points at the time. Guess what? Even though it may not happen to you, it can happen. It is going to happen. It can happen to you. Not everybody, but enough people said it can happen. I am telling you right now. You can have all of that. You do not have to have AdSense at this point. Google AdSense with all that ad dollars money ain't gonna last. It is not consistent. Every time you get punted off and be demonetized, I am telling you right now, it is not lasting a damn. Tim, brother, I'm gonna let you know. Listen to me. And listen to a person that I'm seeing, that even though I listen to Clownfish and it's like, oh, it's just different. He has a lot of web pages and all that stuff. He knows. I'm looking at YouTube right now. Remember how many people got punted off of YouTube and how many people got demonetized? Look at what happening with Keemstar. He is now on Snapchat. Demario Wallace on Snapchat. Graveyard Girl on Snapchat. They're not always on YouTube at this point because they are done. They have been. Keemstar, he said he was going to retire from Drama Alert on YouTube. He did. All the Drama Alert right now is on Snapchat. anybody that is not on Snapchat, get on there just for myself and Keemstar. AMP, which is Agent and Low. Playback is the best channel on YouTube. Get on there. Get on there. He is awesome. It is awesome to talk about. It is stuff that you need to talk about. Dawson Speaks, especially during what's going on right now, especially when it's okay to be single. Yes, look at O'Shea Duke Jackson. Look at let me find out. Let me find out before I run the point. Let me see. I don't usually do this. Let me look. Double Toasted, watch him. Steam Mobile Tech, watch him. I'm Dante, watch him. If you're a libertarian, Carlin Bosenko, watch her. I'm gonna let you know right now. She is the one that noticed that the Republican Party is gonna lose with Roe v. Wade. Watch her. Alpha Investments. What happened with Magic the Gathering? You better watch that. You better watch him. Clownfish TV, Clownfish Gaming, watch them. King Thrash Gaming, with what's going on in gaming by itself, watch him. X Chase Money, watch him. Watch him. On him and watch him. Yeah. Yeah. Whatever. That's it. That's even Pink Book Lessons. Watch them. Watch her. The Money GPS right now. Watch them. Tim the Tap Man. I don't even need Tim the Tap Man. If you haven't watched him yet, get to it. Car Questions Answered, the one we just listened to. Watch him right now. He is covering repo stuff. He is covering about the car. He's going to ways to make money online. It's happening. He's back on with earn money apps and stuff. But if he doesn't use the ad money, he's using that. Really happened. And a lot of reasons.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. What I have noticed about America is a sea of excuses. It is an abyss of excuses. And so that is one of the reasons why our communities never develop. It is the same problem with Africa, pointing the other, blaming in the black community, racism, blaming everybody except you, me, the people who actually matter, who actually can make a change. It's the black man blaming the black woman, the black woman blaming the black man. My dog ate my homework, saying those lies. And me, just like other African Americans and blacks, we are tired of the excuses and the lies, especially when we have.
And yes, look at Louisiana, and basically, I'm telling you right now, the Chicago black mayor, yeah, right now, losing re-election, she's gone. And the same two parties of the mayor, of black mayor and others, don't want to realize and don't want to be truthful and don't want to be real. We're in a time when young people are gonna look at both parties and not just both parties. I'm talking some point coming up, not just this year. They're gonna wake up and realize both of these parties have done zero for them. And it's not just white folks, it's black folks. They're gonna say, we're tired of this shit.
Serve and still fail. I want to talk about current mayor, Lori Lightfoot, who will no longer be the mayor right now. She will be out of office later this year. She is now going to be put out because she sucks, okay? She lost her re-election. Now, it has nothing to do with the fact that she is black or that she is gay. Although she's trying to make it out to be, well, you guys don't want me because I'm black or I'm gay. That is not the case. Lori Lightfoot will go down as one of the worst mayors ever in any major metropolitan city in the history of the United States. All right? Now, she's highly educated, highly talented. She went to the University of Michigan, awesome school. University of Chicago, another awesome school. As a mayor, terrible. Okay? Now, who does she blame for her loss?
Mayor since 1983, after coming in third during yesterday's municipal elections in the Windy City, earning just 16.8% of the vote. Lightfoot is officially out of the race. Her challengers, former Chicago Public Schools CEO Paul Vallis and Cook County Commissioner Brandon Johnson, will head to a runoff in April. The mayor conceded in front of supporters last night. Let's watch.
Obviously, we're full of gratitude.
And this is a comment. She is the prime example of a politician in an urban community that expects to be elected and reelected without doing anything other than talk. And when they're losing, they blame the same. So the same so-called common enemies to regain support to continue to not do anything at all. And it's the same thing in Louisiana. The same people in Louisiana at the time of Bell Edwards was mad that, hey, we had enough people. We had the two presidents. We had enough people to beat them. No, they don't. They have nothing. This is electioneering 101. You have two, even if you have two people that could beat them, guess what? You didn't. You need one person to beat him. And he didn't. And he didn't beat Bell Edwards to get reelected. That's it. You need one person. And that one person didn't. Likely this year, we may get one person to be elected. If it's a Republican Party or a Democrat Party or whatever, that's it. One person will win. It's going to be young people, 18 to 59 or 18 to 58 or whatever. They're going to say, we're tired of this shit. On either side of the aisle. It is a wrap. Whoever's going to say, and can show everything, and in some cases will show and will be consistent and also be transparent in what they can and can't do. Guess what? They'll be the ones that'll win. Our roads right now in Natchitoches are dog shit. I want y'all to go through Shady Grove Road and get to my house, and then 360 it on back. 1222. And shout out to Abby. All you gotta do is look. Abby, I'm gonna tell you right now. I can't wait for you to come home. Go straight through 1222. And you know what I'm looking at? I'm looking at a road that is literally has been paved, but it is worn. It is worn itself out. It just doesn't work. And a lot of them blame the trucks, and rightfully so. I think trucks are being used, but guess what? Don't blame. It hasn't been.
I am grateful to the millions of Chicagoans who came together as we made tough decisions and beat back a deadly pandemic. Started making real progress on public safety.
Now, the race was absolutely dominated by the topics of crime and policing, with Lightfoot's opponents posturing themselves as tougher on crime. Tweeted last month, quote, "Crime is out of control and new leadership will make our city safe." Out of the running. It's between these other two who both ran much tougher on crime campaigns. Crime does appear to be up in Chicago. I just checked the 19 to a record 1.9 billion in 2023, but at the same time, crime incidents jumped 41%.
Yeah, that seems to be the story. You know, this is not a tale about some progressive left-leaning mayor who, this period, as you just mentioned, of increased police funding, and it hasn't actually made the lives of people in Chicago any better. It does have high crime rates. So the question is whomever comes in and fills her position going to do more of the same, or is there going to be some interrogation into actually what effectively lowers crime?
So now, there are many controversies that her administration suffered from. We can say one of them was the minimum wage that could have suffered. She had many fiscal issues. But what we heard there we'll deal with is that the police funding was increased by 41%, or a lot of money, and then crime increased after increasing the budget. It would be different if you decreased the budget and then crime increased. It's understandable. You increased the budget, crime still increased because you did not know how to run the city and your administration could not put together systems to protect the great city of Chicago and its constituents. And this is interesting because Chicago has the third largest economy in America outside of LA and New York City, right? But now here's what I want to talk about. Now Lori Lightfoot wants to blame the people for not picking her because, you know, let's not look at the fact that I am terrible as a mayor. And when people elect you or elected you, they elected you, well, you're gay, you're black, that didn't matter. You're highly educated, highly qualified to complete the task. You've worked in the private sector. You've worked for, this is interesting, Republicans. You've had other roles in the Chicago city government. You were on the Chicago Police Board and Task Force. So when you look at a person, even an assistant U.S. attorney, you have a plethora of abilities and things to show that you can do the job. The problem is you can't do the job. So now that you can't do the job and your approval rating, I mean, maybe we can get a picture of this graph right here, okay? This will show something. See, in 2020, this is during lockdown, people approved at the height. But now if we go down to people disapproved of you vehemently, almost by the time 2023 came around, 70% close to disapprove of you and your mayorship. It's right there. And now you want to act like it's because you're a black woman, when the reality is you're not that good. And this is what keeps the black world behind. The black world has every excuse for why it cannot compete. Oh, you're a woman, you can't get the right man? Oh, well, because these black men are gay, or these black men are lazy, or they're pookies and ray-rays. Oh, okay, well, why the black woman don't want to date you? Oh, well, because she don't want a real man. She don't want... Does it have anything to do with the fact that you're broke and you're lazy? As a man? Or as a woman, you're just not competitive enough? Or as a politician, you just didn't do the job? That's why the people elected you as a black mayor that was a female. And also in the LGBTQ. Nobody cared about that. You looked like somebody who could do the job. But the issue is the policies she represents. Ain't no families in Chicago. You don't have any young black men having fathers in Chicago. And Chicago is not going to get better until they get, in my honest opinion, a Republican mayor. It will get better.
Or I can tell you, O'Shea, a Chicago mayor, Chicago, or even every state in the union, or even every city, and Republicans. And guess what? Hold both of them accountable for what they are doing. And the only way you can hold both parties accountable is dump them both and support a Libertarian Party. That's the solution. I don't think a Republican Party is going to do much anyway, or a Democrat can do much. They're both corrupt.
Democrats can't run any city in America.
And Republicans are weak on most cities. And also, Republicans in Louisiana have so much power in the state of Louisiana, you're losing young people too. It's not just young people that are leaving Chicago or leaving Illinois. It's also young people are leaving the state of Louisiana. And Louisiana is a red state, and it's in Louisiana, and it's not just in Louisiana, but a two-party system that think, hey, I'm going to keep young people there, and they're not gonna, and they're leaving. I'm sorry to tell you this, Mr. O'Shea. Both parties are corrupt. They're not gonna be responsible. And even in the Chicago mayor, they voted for a Republican mayor. At the end, the party, whoever the party is after on the side, does not matter. It is what you do. It is what you do for the city of Chicago. It is what you do for the city of New Orleans. It is what you do for the city of Baton Rouge. It is also what you do for the city of Shreveport, Dallas, Houston, you name it. This is what I'm trying to tell people. You can say, I want a Republican to run the city and it's going to help the city. Or I want a Democrat to run the city and it's going to help the city. I'm sorry to tell you this. You need a libertarian. You need a libertarian to set people free and to be you and to be, not just be them, not just be the people, but be themselves and to be you. The same people that are going to make fun of me and say, oh, they're just going to say no taxes. Well, guess what? Look at what happened with Gary Johnson when it was his time in New Mexico, when he was governor of that. Even if it mattered, even if people were to say, hey, we had so many issues there, guess what? At the end, they got a surplus. Same way in Louisiana, they got a surplus. And at the end, in Louisiana, who was in the Democrat Party, they had a surplus. And at the end, does it matter? No. They chose a Republican governor, and it didn't work. But before that, in Louisiana, they chose a Democrat Democrat governor, in both Democrat and Republican governors in different times. One was done due to Katrina and didn't want to have another election and didn't want to do a re-election. The next one was Jindal. Guess what? Got reelected twice. Did it help the city? Did it help the state? No. Go ask Moon Griffon. Go ask I don't know if Moon Griffon is still living or not, but go watch Moon Griffon during those times. That, hey, there are people that are leaving this state. And look at what happened when Bobby Jindal was elected governor. He is more busy to running the state than talking to Moon and to talking to the people. And it's similar issues. And it's so much issues there. I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna tell you the truth, and I'm gonna tell you the honest, raw truth. Until you have a third-party candidate that will listen to the people, that will listen and not just use it for the lulz, but be very serious in their craft and to tell them the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God. Until Chicago dumps not just the Democrat Party, but just say we're just not going to deal with either party, and they're going to listen to them and going to give a libertarian a chance to do something and to do something awesome, or even do something not as awesome. Guess what? Give a libertarian mayor a chance. I'm sorry to tell you this, O'Shea. You're not going to, it doesn't matter if it's a Republican or a Democrat. You're finished. You're going to see the same shit. And even if it is, you give a chance to a Republican governor or Republican mayor. People want to see change. You want to see real change? Let's see how much of a real change if it's of a libertarian governor or libertarian mayor of Chicago than a Democrat or Republican mayor of Chicago. At the end, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the D or the R. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It doesn't matter the D and R. The issues are what's gonna be the issues. The biggest issue is crime. It doesn't matter if it's a D and R in the name. Guess what? The crime is going up. And guess what? She hasn't done a good job. You thinking, and I think I'm gonna tell you right now, the same people that are gonna vote, if you're gonna vote a libertarian candidate, guess what? What if they're gonna say, I'm going to give a libertarian mayor a chance, and if it works out, guess what? It will be better than either of them. And I'm telling you right now. And you're right, O'Shea. And I'm going to tell you this. You're correct on that one. You're correct on one other thing. You're correct on one other thing. Young people, young African American people are leaving. Parents are leaving Chicago. Young African American kids that are making money, they're not coming to Chicago. They're dumped. They're gone. Same way in Louisiana, and it's a red state. And most parishes are red. They're leaving too. Until a lot of these people vote for a libertarian person that is going to do something, that is going to be for liberty and freedom, and to be you, and to be their sons and daughters, and to be themselves, not just to be mothers and fathers, but also sisters and brothers, but also kids as well, so they can be educated, so they can be happy, whether they're in public school, private school, homeschool. Who gives a This is what you're gonna get, and it doesn't matter if it's a D or an R. Wake the fuck up, y'all.
That's clear. Out of all of the 10 dirtiest cities in America, all of them are Democratic. It's the truth.
Yep. And guess what? Most of the states and cities that are in Republican counties, guess what? A lot of them doesn't matter. And guess what? They still will dump, and they're still gonna dump a lot of people who are living. I'm gonna tell you this. Even Mayor Ron DeSantis, good job. Guess what? Young people are not gonna matter. Young people matter because guess what? By the time they turn 18, they're either gonna go to Florida University or Miami, and once they're done, they're out of there. They want new things to see. So guess what? It doesn't matter if it's a D or an R. A lot of it in Democrat cities, yeah, rightfully so. They are the worst. But the same way in Republican cities too. A lot of them are. There are a lot of areas in Republican cities who are not just small towns, but also some parts of states. Not everybody leaves. Not everybody stays either. But not everybody. Hey, I'm making a. And it's the same way in Texas. A lot of people are moving to Texas, but guess what? You have two red states, Louisiana and Texas. Guess what they chose? And they're both red states. Guess what they chose? Texas, not Louisiana. At the end, the D and R doesn't matter because they're both not doing a good job. And so is Lori Lightfoot in Chicago. And whoever's going to win governor that is a Republican. If he wins a Republican governor wins, guess what? It's not going to help matters either. Young people want to see change. What if they give a chance to a libertarian? Maybe the people that are making fun of them will shut up if they make it to the mayor's office in Chicago. If a libertarian wins, and it helps the people. And it's gonna be the biggest boom, a population boom in Chicago they'll ever see. And the money is gonna be there, and they'll be right back. And the question I'm going to ask you is, who's right? You or me?
But I'm gonna not even deal with that. In the black world, we gotta stop blaming other people for our failures. We cannot stop crying, being unaccountable. We're too busy lying to ourselves and other people about our lack of performance in our communities. And nobody wants to hear that. There are many black people, gay, straight, bisexual, whatever you want to call it, women or men, who every day they get up and they produce, do what they say they're going to do. Lori Lightfoot is not an exception to that rule. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy.
And that's the thing. There are people that are living in Louisiana, not just in the LGBT community in Louisiana, LGBTQ in Louisiana, but also others. They're saying, hey, I have to live my life. There are people who are lesbians. Guess what? They're living their lives in Louisiana. And people will still hate them, but guess what? Who cares? Who cares? I'm doing work. I'm living life. And the same people who are mad at them, guess what? They're broke. They're broke. No joke. They're working 9 to 5, and they're getting raked on their taxes just as much as they are. Sorry, but the truth doesn't lie. That's the thing. I want to see. I think a lot of issues will say, "Hey, the Libertarian Party is like, hey, we say, oh, we're shutting down drugs, and it's drugs making it worse." But here's the thing. I think when people are gonna wake up and see the real truth, that the war on drugs is a failure, and what if cities, the 10 major cities that are run by Democrats, actually use the first let people defend themselves? Guess what? It'll work. Give it a chance. But the problem matter is they won't. They won't. And they won't give it a chance. But in 1 minute, I'm going to tell you this. They will give them a chance. Because young people want to see a city be great again. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to work. It works. Give them a chance. Yeah. And I'm not letting you fix my food because I gotta eat. Because I'm waiting for it. That's the thing I'm looking back on with this election, that it can happen in both parties. In both parties. Louisiana, Illinois, Kansas, all over the United States, wake up. Both political parties. If you're gonna say, if a Democrat mayor or a Democrat governor or whatever Democrat entity said, the same people say we need to vote Republican, guess what? They're not gonna do a great job either. Just as much as a Democrat governor that didn't do a great job either, and they're gonna be voting for a Republican, they're not gonna. What if they don't do a great job either? They're gonna go back to them. Hold a politician responsible, whether D or R. Dump them and give somebody else, some other party, a chance, not the D and R. But the problem matter is, every time on both parties that we want to give a third party, like a libertarian, a chance, they're gonna say this question. They're gonna say this quote: "You're wasting your vote if you vote for a third party candidate." And guess what? I'm going to tell you the truth right now. You have wasted your vote for hundreds of years voting for a DNR. Not just hundreds of years. You have wasted your vote for 50, 60 years of DNR. And are not holding them accountable. Richard Nixon was held accountable on a court of law, but at the end, after that, he decided to run like a bitch. And guess what? Died a bitch. He ran away like a bitch and died as such. Congratulations. Just the same way with Jimmy Carter. Yes, he's actually helping people, but at the end, he lost because he wasn't a good president. Just as much, even if I'm telling you right now of Ronald Reagan, and everybody say he was the greatest president ever, but guess what? You want to know why the media is what they are right now? You want to know why the media are what they are right now? And it's all a 24-hour news cycle, and it's not given, and the biases are so high on either side. Let's see. Remember the fairness doctrine, everyone? The reason why we go to YouTube for the news in the first place? Think about it. Think about it, you bums. I'm warning you. I'm warning everybody on either side of the aisle. They are not going to help you. They're not. On either side of the aisle. Hold both parties responsible and take either the Libertarian Party or Ford Party, whatever. We have gave both parties for years so much power. They are not being held responsible. In Louisiana, we have a chance to hold both parties responsible for years of not doing dog shit, and for years of doing absolutely dog shit. Some cases we actually, oh, you know what? We're not even done. For years we actually have hey, let's decriminalize marijuana. Yeah, let's legalize CBD. And guess what? We legalized sports betting and daily fantasy sports, which should not have been banned in the first place. Especially sports betting. Sports betting should not have banned in the first place, because guess what? In New Orleans, they have done it. Go type New Orleans and sports betting in the 1800s or whatever. History of sports betting in Louisiana. Yeah. $200 million last year. No, a year ago when it was launched. $300 million this year. How you doing? Guess what? Legalized marijuana will be even bigger. And what if it goes straight to the parishes? I'm going to tell you right now. They're going to build schools, build hospitals, and build more. And actually fix roads. Pot roads, per se. The problem matter is both parties need to be held accountable on either side of the aisle. Not just in Illinois, but all over the United States. Hold them both accountable because they stopped listening to you. They only care when they get out to vote, and when they're doing something, they're doing nothing for you. Lori Lightfoot literally raised hundreds of millions of dollars. Raised hundreds of millions of dollars of police budgets. Still didn't work. Same way with a Republican governor in Louisiana at one point. Still have crime. Crime tanked. But crime didn't tank. Crime doesn't matter. Crime already paid. But at the end, crime caused them even more problems. More people are leaving the state. Same way in Natchitoches Parish. Look at even an independent mayor. Guess what? Because of what happened on the Christmas festival for a while. What happened to the Christmas festival when the Confederate soldiers came off and left? And left and said they didn't want to do it anymore. People celebrate, but at the end, what does it matter? He's gone. A Democratic mayor is taking his place. Still have crime. Guess what? Independent mayor. Guess what? Still have crime. Still have your sons or daughters are leaving Natchitoches Parish because they don't want. It is not a good place to raise their sons and daughters. Guess where they're going? Out the door. Guess what? In 2023 and in the years beyond, let's get out there and solve some problems. And guess what? Let's fix some problems with not just people who are 60 and up. People who are 35. No, people who are 25 to 55. Yeah, let's bring them there. Let's bring them there. Maybe we can bring young people back. Maybe, but the problem matter is we need something. We need a voice to say, we're tired of this shit. I want to live in Natchitoches again. I want to live in Natchitoches again to take care of my mom. I don't want it to be just a tourist attraction. I want it to be a place to raise my family, to raise my kids, to raise my sons and daughters, and also to live, to work, and also play. And a lot of people are still complaining to this day. We need a place for young people to play and live. Guess what? You want to know? Guess what? All of that. And guess what? We have all of that at one point. Guess what? You threw it away. Green Acres Fun Center. Yeah, after that, gone. All arcades, country lanes, gone. Sorry to tell you this, hun, but guess what? Instead of demanding that kids have a place to play and the place to play arcades and have fun, guess what? Give young kids a reason to stay. Not just by the time they graduate from Natchitoches Central and stay in Northwestern for 2 to 4 years and leave. Give them a reason to stay for a life, to be a Natchitoches lifer. That's the point. That's the point. The sad part about it is, to me, young people, and O'Shea the Duke Jackson is correct. Guess what? They're leaving. But guess what? A Republican will do the same. Young people want change just as much as other people do. That's the point. Wake up, y'all. This ain't all the bullshit isn't fun anymore. All the bullshit is stopped. All the bullshit is not fun anymore. And after all I've said on this video, and guess what? O'Shea the Duke Jackson got some of it correct. But I'm gonna end that bullshit and say, hey, if you're gonna have both parties, and the Republican Party is doing the same thing to the same similar issue, not just the same issues of crime, but the same issues of crime, and it doesn't matter if it's LGBTQ or not, or even black or not, or white or not. Shut up. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with you, and you be real with me. Will you hold them the same? Will you hold the same? Will you hold a Republican mayor responsible? I would, just as much as a Democrat, because both parties have done nothing for you. Just as both parties have done nothing for African Americans, and even if the Democrats did a lot for African Americans in the state of Louisiana, guess what? Your daughters and sons are still leaving the state. Give them a reason to live here. That's a warning. I'm not giving warnings. Next time it's a second yellow and a straight red. 3 hours is done. I gotta eat.